welcome back to the Everwind Chronicles. I am Doug, your Dungeon Master, and we are a group of friends and storytellers telling you a story through Dungeons and Dragons. So, where the party last left off, they had, of course, joined the rebellion in Lyrandil and been sent on a mission to try and track down what happened to the weapons dealer named Hethra, and why she had stopped sending shipments and just cut off communications. After investigating a lot and learning about the city, they ran into some old friends and decided it would be best to try and learn about her organization and basically strike at her organization to let them know that they're serious, that they are to be taken seriously, and that it's in her best interest to continue business with them and the rebellion. And so they began investigating, but in the process, Bear and Easy, Bear, first of all, ran into another Silver Flame Paladin and was called away on duty and was supposed to be doing a quick mission on the way out, and then all the paladins, all the Silver Flames were apparently being called together in the north. And so they left, and Easy decided to follow a bit behind to make sure they got out of the city all right before returning to the group. So the party began their investigations and they managed to find some people who seemed to be attached to Hethra's organization and tracked them and also discovered a paladin order that apparently the Order of the Divine Wind, which is an order that worships the goddess Valoon, found out that this order was apparently associated with Hethra, sort of partnered for protection purposes. They saw one of their paladins meet with some of the representatives of Hethra's organization and followed them, questioned one of them, and ended up going to a very tiny village, about 3 hours ride out into the desert, where the headquarters of the Order of the Divine Wind was. And as they approach, they unfortunately saw the murdered bodies of Bear, Easy, and the other Silver Flame Paladin. Upon seeing this, the pixie, Storm, who is with them, basically went crazy and basically decided to visit fury upon this village indiscriminately of whether the people there were associated with the order or not, and began wreaking havoc on the town. And the party went in, found out where the entrance is, set up an ambush, and waited until she, in her commotion, drew out more of the paladins, and then combat ensued. They were able to kill the paladins that came out, and they injured this large greenish female creature that had appeared and was killing people, both, villager and paladin alike, and it fled to the west part of the village where there was a lot of evidence of people running from there injured, and pretty obvious that she was still on the rampage. The party went into the headquarters of the Divine Wind, where Asura freed a prisoner of unknown origin, or really anything, and together with Stoics, shortly thereafter, arrival made short work of the cleric that was trying to attack you guys, and then Zenoa and Sarek joined them in the area where Zenoa visited divine wrath upon one of the paladins that was apparently due for judgment. Where she was then, after doing this, rose And throughout this battle, there had been this coalescing will, this coalescing power in her as she executed Ildris's will and found herself holding a sort of slightly S-curved haft of a long, large scythe. And as she stands there over the bloodied body of this paladin there in the hallway with Sarek, as a cold breeze goes through the hallway, that's where we're picking things back up.
It's so metal.
I'm trying to remember where I am. You're deep in there, and I know I went after you.
Yeah, you and I are just pulling the guy out of the like
Kind of
cell.
locks.
Yep.
Okay.
And I was getting him basically like, you're not leaving, so I'm arming you with some shit because we still have somebody to go after in here. We haven't seen what's her face, the lady knight.
Night Maiden.
Night maiden.
Yeah.
Sarek's
And right now, the enemy of my enemy is my friend.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Sarek's just looking at you. Damn.
She's not looking at you.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I think she would. You probably hear her breathing a little fast. Like she's physically trying to relax herself.
Mm-hmm.
And she was kneeling down looking at him. And he had the crest of balloon around his neck. A pendant, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
She'll grab it and rip it off as she stands up and then take her boot and kick him down.
Just there's a slight crackle of the sound as you look down and see there's actually like frost on the stone below you.
Is our breath actually showing right now? Like it's cold and we can actually see our breath? Okay.
Despite there being a fire mere feet away in this burning room.
In the desert.
Okay.
She has like this bloody dagger in her hand and apparently a scythe in the other hand. And she's just kind of looking down at her hands like she was in his face when she cut his throat, so I'm picturing like blood all over her, honestly. She's just kind of shaking.
Are you okay?
She's gonna hand you her dagger.
Okay. You just want me to hold on to this? I mean, that's cooler. Literally.
So she's just looking at this dagger, or this scythe for a moment.
Can we see them up the hallway at all?
If you exit the little cell that you were in, you'd look to the right and see them, about 20, 30 feet down the hallway.
Is that from... That thing grew out of a pine needle. Is that like...
You saw that?
I'm pretty sure I saw that. Yeah. Hard to miss that.
And as you were looking at this, you can see it's a mostly smooth, kind of silverish shaft that you don't know what it's made out of. You have no idea, but you can see very finely carved, kind of in this kind of minimal wrapping around it, runes of some sort. And you see the blade at the top is, if you look at the haft, the blade actually sticks out this way and then comes down this way like a crescent moon. And the metal of the blade looks like this kind of shimmering steel, but has just a slight bluish tint to it. Also don't know what it's made out of.
I'm just gonna politely touch my tattoo, seeing whatever's happening from across the hallway, and just be like, and you'll just hear in your head, I don't mean to interrupt your private time, but I want to open this door and kick the shit out of that lady.
Go ahead.
Well, come here.
And I don't really have anything to sheath it with, but I'll try to.
Just stand up.
Does it come with a sheath too?
Well, hold on a second.
you're just like the magical just sticks to your back.
Check something real quick.
Actually, it's made.
When I attune,
Yeah.
then the sheath.
Actually, it's made by cosplay, so it comes undone, so you can pack it in your
Piping
suitcase.
must go.
Yeah, I mean, pretty much everything about it is activated when you attune to it. So,
Okay.
you'll have to do that at some point.
Well, we're just gonna carry it on person.
All right, and I'm just gonna look at my new friend that I made. All right, so what the fuck was your name again?
Tash Greycore.
Tesh.
Tash.
Tash.
Mm.
Tash Greykor. What is your order?
Well, this one, unfortunately.
So they just acted like a bunch of fools and did stupid shit and found out that they're going to get fucked when they do stupid shit, is what you're telling me.
Well, I guess they're finding out now. Well, I don't know where the rest of them are right now, but
Where are the rest of them?
Neither of you are making any sense. Why are you locked down here?
because they're a bunch of pricks.
Yeah, but what? Are you from this village?
And you see this very white-skinned person with this. It's hard because he's very dirty and very bruised and battered. He's obviously been through a lot, but you can tell there's a kind of a dirty blonde to his short cropped hair, and he's just like, do I look like I'm from here? Do I sound like I'm from here?
I'm a gray half-orc. I don't know what you're supposed to look like.
No, I'm not from around here.
Okay, why are you here?
I guess you don't know what this place is. No one from here is around here. This place is. This is where they send. This is where the order. Anybody who follows the Valoon, this is where they send people. Make too many mistakes, or just as often cross the wrong person, tick off the wrong person. You know, that sort of thing.
So you're
It's
a
like
follower.
exile. Hmm?
You're a follower of Balloon.
Yeah.
Aren't all of your buddies?
They follow their purses.
All I know is I opened that door and he was shackled to a wall, and I had a split decision when a fucking priest came after me, and I said, if you can shoot, fucking shoot, because we're going.
I'll hit my tattoo. Are you two gonna join us in here?
I don't hear anything.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, we'll be right there. As we go down, I don't know how far away it is, but it's within tattoo range. But I'll just, as I'm walking down, just like take one more second, and if you're walking beside me, I'm just gonna kind of like lean up on your shoulder and like take a couple breaths, and I'll just keep going, and I'll get to where you guys are.
Yep, I'll follow her.
Listen, I haven't seen what's her face, the Night Maiden lady, the one in charge here. Is that her room over there?
It's through there.
Is she in
Points
there?
to a door.
Does she like to hide out there? She's scared little bitch in there.
Look, I don't know. I've been locked in here since yesterday, so I don't really know what's going on.
I'm gonna cast Read Thoughts on him.
Okay.
We're talking.
Yesterday, you said. So yesterday you were here when
It's a fail.
Okay.
you were here when shit hit the fan yesterday.
Yeah. When they got attacked, yeah.
What side of the attack were you on?
Well, I guess neither. But I refused to fight I'm not going to fight the Silver Flames, and they didn't like that much.
Were you already shackled up before the fight got underway?
No. So I'm saying I got shackled up because I refused to fight.
So you sat on your ass while they got beat up?
Well, all that happened outside. I don't really know. I was down here because this is where I've been, because they've never really liked me, because I might be the only one who actually cares about our goddess, who's, the one we're supposed to be following. Like I said, you don't know what this place is.
What is this place then?
This place is a fixation from an order who just can't. It's like an itch that they just can't scratch. Like they just. The Order of Valoon has always had a fixation with Tir Ratha because of that, I guess because of that. It's so antithetical to their ideals and whatnot. And so they've always, for thousands of years tried to, establish a presence here, but of course that doesn't work very well in this garbage dump of a city.
Say it louder.
Oh, I said it just fine. Then, 20 years ago, like I said, it became, nobody wanted it. Nobody wanted to come here because it's like a failure waiting to happen. You can't really do much. And then, it was about 20 years ago, a little over 20 years ago, the leader of this order, Sir Boros, he tried a different track. And, he decided he'd try to create opportunity to serve by integration into that dark world, I guess. They're basically a bunch of outsiders trying to do something in a world they don't understand, and so he just thought, if he put ears to the ground and figured out how it worked, he might be able to accomplish something. And honestly, he had some success. But then about 2 years after that, he was murdered, just in a deal gone bad. And but the connections he had made, he had established a business as protection business as part of his, from what I understand, he thought of it as sort of like undercover work, if you will. But the business and the connections he made were real, the business opportunities as well. So after he died, a bunch of losers from all over the world aren't going to let that sort of opportunity slide. So, this place sort of became entrenched in an increasingly profitable, sort of secret, I guess you'd call it, criminal organization. A bunch of people posing to be, anybody who comes here who has any sort of genuineness is not, usually doesn't last very long. I've been relegated here as little more than a maid, because they don't really like me very much.
What did you do?
You can tell. Well, I just didn't want to play their games.
Well, if you were such a devout member of the Order of Valoon, then how did you end up here in the first place?
I fought in the Battle of the Blue in Corrandia against the Shigorns a few years back, and let's just say some people went out carrying their weight, including the Order of Life at the time there, and it's not even my order, but called out the Archpriest in front of the court after that battle was over. A few weeks later, he sent false reports to my order about me, and I came here.
Was that the Archpriest, what was his name? Archpriest,
Stoic would know it, but I don't remember.
It's not Octo, it's the
No,
one before
No,
that.
Octo's the good one.
Yeah, that's the name keeps coming to my head.
The ugly one. With the sidekick.
I thought it began with a V.
Sidekick.
Yeah, there's like the ugly prick Archpriest one.
I mean, archpriests have a whole load of sidekicks if you want to look at it that way.
Yeah, but he was like a creepy one. He like was like into like weird shit.
I don't know nothing about that.
He's dead now, so it doesn't matter.
The archpriest,
Yeah, Octo's now.
Ranmon,
Yeah, Octo's in charge now.
he spits on the ground.
Heard there was an interesting band of individuals who did that.
I got a
All right.
minute on mind reading. Is he seem genuine with his stories?
He does. He's very curious about you guys.
Okay.
Like, this is a very unusual group. He's kind of eyeing you and very curious about this presence, but also just that you're a priestess of some kind. And yeah, he recognizes Eldris, but he doesn't know much about it. At least on surface thoughts. He seems to be telling the truth. He has a lot of negative emotion towards this order. You know, he's the emotional state of somebody who's been beat up after a very long string of bad luck that's kind of made him a bit bitter.
That's what I need.
Sarek, will you give me a hand with something?
Sure. We need.
And I'm gonna eyeball the dude. And then I'm gonna grab him.
What are you doing?
Are you assisting me? I'm gonna put him back in the shackles.
What the fuck?
We don't have time for this shit right now.
We need an ally in here, and he's the only one who's been around here.
Stoic.
He does seem pretty on the level. Like, I'm usually with you, but I feel like he's actually okay.
I'm on the inside. He's alright.
Fine.
Hands off, Orc.
Hey,
Whoa.
you watch your tone with him.
What, Orc? He is.
Half.
Alright, half Orc.
And you don't use that tone with him. I don't care what words you use. You don't use that tone with him.
Well, he doesn't put his hands on me.
Yeah, don't put your hands on him.
He's questionable.
So are we.
Yeah, very much, but we have something that we're trying to do here.
And so
I
does
don't-
he. Some
yeah.
vengeance.
Okay, so we can take him with us?
Yes. You've got a weapon in your hand and you're going to fight at their side because you know where the fuck we're going.
You better with a bow or a sword.
Well, if I can find my symbol, that'd be what I'm better with.
Yours
But a
particularly or
sword,
any
I
single one of
suppose.
them? Does it matter which symbol you have, just so long as you have one?
No, that's not how it works, love. It's, you gotta have,
Don't call me love.
it's my holy symbol.
Okay, well, where did you leave your holy symbol?
They took it from me.
Okay,
when
well, where would
locked
they-
me in here.
Where would they put
Is
it?
it this one?
No. Pretty sure this one belonged to the prick that killed the big guy last night. At least that's what he was bragging about. He just tosses it on the ground.
Will what's her face have yours?
Probably.
Then let's go get her.
And I
So you
pull
meet
out-
your little
Right
trinket.
behind you.
I pull out a short sword from my.
And I'll give him a stash of arrows for the
Yeah.
Alright.
crossbow already gave him.
There you go. Bolts. Bolts, yeah.
Listen.
How does he look? Somebody gave him
Listen.
hit points, right? Last time?
Like 3.
Yeah,
I didn't
he's
give a
rough.
butt.
Like, he still looks really bad.
He does.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I also gave him some like leather armor that I've had in my pack.
Yeah, which I'll say he's been putting on
Yeah.
as he's talking.
Just out of character, we're not waiting at all right now, right?
To keep moving.
For any spells
Does
that
any-
are not instantaneous.
Does anybody need anything that's instantaneous? Does anyone needs to prep anything? Because I'm gonna take out.
still hurt.
I'm gonna take out my little container of scorpion venom
Mhm.
that I have, and you just see me like bring my tail over, and I just like pop the thing open, and I just and I make my little
Alright.
scorpion tail.
Nice.
I think I'm good.
I'm packed and ready.
Yeah.
I'm ready to murder
Yeah,
this witch.
right.
Yes, I got one spell. Mini short rest wouldn't hurt, but I don't think we have time for that.
I really don't want to spell on this guy. He's fine.
You tell me what it is, because I don't have spells. I'm not beholden to this.
I don't know what we're getting into, so he's fine.
No one
Yeah,
knows what we're
okay.
getting into.
find her, are we taking her out?
Well, we need to know those catacombs. You don't know the catacombs underneath. You don't know where they've been hiding the stash of weapons and all that, do you?
I know there's a warehouse. But Alice.
You don't have the map.
She'd be the only one who would know.
Well, we need to at least get inside her brain long enough to get that map or know where she's hiding a physical copy.
Well, you can try her office.
Well, that is my next door.
Lead the way.
It's just, this place is normally crawling with bricks, so.
Trust me, most of them are already gone.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Well, they were already hurting from last night, so that's good news.
I did set an entire infirmary on fire, so that was fun.
That's the smoke I smelled in?
The burning hair. I love the smell. Are we at the, is it that door that has a little light shining underneath it?
So, yeah, there's if you imagine there's the jail cell here, and there's like a little crossroads, if you will, and like this way is where you came. There's like a short pathway to a door with a light under it here, and then a longer pathway to another door. And he's like, he points to the shorter hallway, and he's like, there's a like quarters, living quarters. That's not what her office is. It's through there. He points to the longer hall.
And lead the way.
Down the dark, ominous hallway.
You scared of the dark?
No, I see in the dark. It's fine.
Well, all right then.
Lay on.
All right. And he starts walking.
Almost there.
I'm high alert.
I've got my arrow knocked in my bow and just kind of holding
Okay.
it at the ready.
Make a perception check.
I'll take right up behind him if we're doing
that is going to
marching
be-
orders.
Yeah, and I can be in the back and do a perception check for behind us as well.
Okay, good.
I'll be right in front of you then.
That is my perception, which is very high. That is going to be a 29.
Okay.
13.
Okay.
I'm still pretty meaty, so I'll take front.
Yeah, you are.
Sexy Healing Hands, episode 1.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sexy Healing Hands was day one.
Okay.
It's messed me up because I can't remember the real stuff.
Me too.
I had to look it up.
Me too.
I am glad that I have actively caused harm for all of D&D. Sexy Healing Hands should be the name of that
Lay
spell.
on hands? I think it's with lay on
I
hands.
don't even remember, man.
It's Sexy Healing Hands.
Yeah.
Ask a cleric.
Now I lay on it.
All right, so he's kind of limping his way down the hallway. And,
Didn't anybody fix him?
Nope.
Nope.
I thought you were going to fix
You
him.
talked about it, but nobody did
Nope.
anything.
I'm not blowing.
Yeah,
I don't know what
neither
we're
one of
getting
us.
into.
That's fair. That's fair.
Just go back and do something for him.
Okay.
Yeah, and he kind of slows a little bit as he approaches the door, and you can see there's a little bit of light under this door too as you get closer. And he stops and listens, and you would hear not a lot, but just like an occasional like clink of glass or like maybe a metal pot being moved or something like that.
Does it sound like somebody is moving the object, or like two things are colliding? Like,
No, it's sporadic. It's like you're kind of getting as you stop and listen for a second, it sounds like somebody's doing something.
there's somebody in there and they're doing some shit. So element of surprise.
It's sort of a common room.
Well, there's somebody in there commonly. I'm gonna check the door for traps.
It's not trapped.
Is it locked? I'm gonna
Shouldn't
just
be.
do a soft touch to see if there's like give to the
not
doorknob.
locked.
Well then,
All right. And he like kind of readies himself and like kind of crouches down a little bit and busts through the door. And are you guys following?
yeah.
Yeah, I'm right behind him.
Yep.
So
Both
you
ready.
burst into a fairly large room where directly across from you is a pretty long bar where you can see, some bottles and things like that, and you see what looks like a younger, maybe like an older teenage like boy, dressed pretty simply, like still in colors of the order, but not like an armor or anything official. You know, holding one of the glasses and like just kind of freezes. As you guys burst in, and you see like tables kind of all over the place. That some of them with like food half eaten, things like that. Looks like people left in a hurry, but otherwise empty.
I'm immediately running for this kid and just like putting my hand on his mouth. You are going to be the goodest little boy that ever happened, and you're going to keep your mouth shut, right?
Roll an intimidation check.
Oh no, I've never used intimidation before. I'm not great at intimidation. We're gonna find out. That's gonna be a 14.
Yeah, that'll very much.
He's just like,
Great. And I'm just going to take out my dagger and just knock him on the side of the head and just like knock him out. Like not kill him, but just like knock him cold.
make an attack roll with advantage.
Oh.
Nice.
It takes you 6 hits.
No, that's a 17 to hit.
Okay.
Go to sleep. Go to sleep. Go to sleep. Go to sleep.
And I just like pummel
With
him
the
on the temple.
circumstances, yeah, that'll work.
That's why I grabbed my dagger and not like anything heavier, and just like pummeled on the temple to knock him out.
And Tash says, he's not a bad kid. He just got here. Just go easy on him a little bit.
He's gonna take a nap. He'll be fine.
What is this room?
Common room, like I said.
Okay. Where's the Night Maiden's quarters or office or?
Well, you see a variety of doors around you, and he kind of points diagonally to one.
Let's go over there.
How many more doors other than the one that we entered are in here?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
What are these other
So
rooms?
6 total, 5 more.
So what are these other rooms?
Kitchen and storage, her offices. These two both lead into like a dining hall. One of them is trapped. And then that one leads to another sort of back door entrance to a different place in town.
Great. I'm just gonna start grabbing chairs and just like basically like locking out all the other doors. So like
Okay.
you can't get through them unless you move the chair.
Okay.
In theory.
Yeah.
And just leave her office as the only untouched one.
Okay.
One moment.
Thank you.
Okay.
I guess once the chairs are on the doors, we go up to the.
Is her office trapped?
Never been in there.
Great. I'm gonna check for traps.
Yeah, I'll take it
Okay.
as a yes.
Roll an investigation check.
Huh?
I said yeah, I'll take it as a yes.
You said what is it? Investigation?
Mm-hmm.
15?
Okay. You don't see any traps, but it is locked.
Are you proficient
In investigation?
in
Abs-
lockpicking?
Yes. Can I check for magical traps? Specifically.
I think that's
In the same vein?
Yeah, it's all
But
in the same
because
roll.
I have the cloak on that gives me like proficiency in Arcana. Could I use
Yeah,
like
it's really about knowledge. Like
I can try to
in
help.
checking for traps, it's all kind of part of the same
Okay.
roll. So
Yeah, I'll come up and try to help you just to see if it has any sort of.
additional magical elements that
Yeah.
I can't figure out.
well then you roll an investigation.
Investigation or Arcana? Investigation?
Investigation, yeah.
Yeah, you're checking for traps. It's not really
20.
like checking magical knowledge per se. Okay. Still don't see anything.
I'm gonna do a very gentle check to see if the doorknob gives give or if it's locked.
No, I said it's locked.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Great. Then I'm gonna take out my lockpicking tools.
Okay.
I would like to guide you.
Ooh, yes, thank you. What's that again? A D4?
Yep. Okay, so that's gonna be. And then
And that's my lock picking, which is my proficiency. So that's going to be... 17.
17. It takes you a while. You think you can get it, but it'll probably take you a little bit. It's a difficult, well-made lock. Like, unusually well-made for, as crappy a place as Tir Ratha is.
Mm-hmm.
She's obviously upgraded things.
Mm-hmm.
So you'll be sitting in this room for, good several minutes, most likely. Just to make sure you want to proceed.
I mean, I'll keep an eye out around us anyway.
Keep working on that. And I'm going to run back to the door that we came in at, and I'm going to set my base down.
Okay.
And then I'm going to run back to the group.
Interior decorating.
Something like that.
Whatever
Whatever
you need to do to cope, I suppose.
And while I'm doing it, I'm just like, whatever prep you need to do it now. And I'm just like, gentle. I am making sure every, whatever those little bolt things are called inside.
Depending on how long she takes, would that be an additional roll? Just questioning for channel divinity purposes.
What are you asking?
Will she need to do an additional roll based on how long it takes her to do it?
No, I'm basically saying she thinks she can do it,
Okay.
but it's going to take time because the roll wasn't higher,
Okay,
basically.
I
It was
was-
high enough to get it, but it's going to take time.
Yeah.
That's the trade-off here.
I was gonna maybe, if you needed it, give myself proficiency with lockpicking and give you advantage.
Oh.
Okay, we're good.
Where'd you get that sharp looking thing? Where'd you take that off of?
No, and I think it's mine.
Nice.
I'll try to explain later.
Fair enough.
Okay.
Nope, I'm just waiting for the word. And we still got arrow knocked.
Okay. So, after about 4 minutes, you still don't hear anything. Like, nobody tries any of the doors. Like, nothing seems to be happening. And then finally there's a... and you've got it.
I put my hand on the doorknob, and I look back at the group.
Let's go.
How does... the door swings into the room?
Push or
Yes.
pull.
I'm going to use the door as a shield, and as I open it, I'm going to be behind it, so I can't actually see what's inside that room.
It pushes in.
Oh, it pushes in.
Yeah.
Then I'm going to be at, not in the middle. As I push it, I'm going to get up into the wall.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
that, I'm basically, pushing and then, getting into the, right on the edge of that sill.
Okay. Looking in, you can see basically a short kind of set of steps going down a little ways, about 10 steps down to another door that's closed. And it's dark in here.
Yeah.
Eyes. I'm going to look for traps or anything that goes into this little hallway.
I will guide you.
For the hallway, so do a perception check.
That is going to be perception.
And this is dark, so yeah. And you have dark vision, but it's very dark in here.
It's
So it's still dim.
30.
30? Okay.
I have really high perception,
Yeah.
okay?
We do a few things really well.
I've got a couple things I'm very good at.
Okay. Looking at the steps, they look very old, as this whole place really does. It looks like this has been here a long time. Very worn down, very, just old. Doesn't seem to be anything unusual.
I'm gonna walk down to the lower door.
Okay.
Any light?
I'll look at our guy, Tash. Do you know how much further it goes than this?
I've noticed, I've seen, I guess, this door's open and seen this stairs, but I've not been in there, like I said.
I'm gonna check for traps again.
Yeah. Alright.
Do you want me to help you?
No, I think you're a little better than I am, but
My investigation is not great.
For the door?
Yeah.
Yeah, so that'll be investigation.
your investigation is better than
No, I only have a plus. No, my investigation's only a +2.
Oh, sorry.
Do you want me to? I'll check for traps. I've got pretty good investigation.
Well, then I'll help you.
Okay.
Alright, I'll
'Cause
try
I at
to
least-
guide you as well.
Okay. So 26.
Okay. As you try the doorknob, it is locked, and as you twist it just a little bit to get to that locked position, there's something off about how the doorknob is turning.
Do I need to roll to see if I could disarm it?
You can try.
Can I give you help on that?
Is it something I can get help on? Like, point at, I need you to.
You guys can
Whoever
do
Does it
this,
seem magical?
whoever and however you want to do it.
Does it seem magical?
Or does it seem mechanical?
I'm assuming by the way you said the doorknob, it just feels a little off. It seemed a little bit more mechanical.
Yeah, it's just something to the weight of the doorknob that
Yeah.
gives you pause.
So I want
The way it's just a little bit weighted as you twist it.
Sure.
And
Could
kind
I
of goes
take a
back
look
on
at
its
it
own.
to try to figure out if it's magical at all?
Sure. Do an Arcana check then.
22.
Okay. Doesn't seem to be anything magical.
Then I will give you.
Yeah. What would I be rolling to disarm? I don't know if I've ever played a character that's disarmed a trap.
So, disarm a trap, I believe, is
Sleight of hand?
it is investigation. It's a dexterity check, and you can use thieves' tools if you have them.
I have them.
Yeah, so I do not. All right. So
Would that give me my proficiency?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I can do it. If you want to help me.
I'm more than happy to help you on that.
So one more prayer.
Guidance.
Oh, that's a nat 20.
Oh,
So that's going to be a 29.
Okay. Okay. Very easily you can see after, kind of looking and examining, you see like what looks like almost just like this very nondescript, like kind of chip in the stone. And as you kind of, pry out the chip, you see it's actually a keyhole. And using your tools, you're able to undo that, which is basically how she undoes the trap when she comes in. And so you're able to, then testing the knob, you feel the weight has been released. The door is still locked, so you'll have to do that separately. But it looks like the trap has been disarmed.
You want to help me with that too?
Yeah, I'll help you try to unlock it.
That's going to be a 27.
27? Yeah. So making a lot quicker work of this one. Taking, about 15, 20 seconds or so. Working on this lock until you hear the click.
And does it open inward again like the last one? I look around. Is everyone with me?
Let's go.
Yeah. Stand there with my bow at the ready again.
I'm going to do the same thing again where I'm going to just push the door open and be in the side sill, so I'm not standing in the doorway.
I'm centered, so I'm
Okay.
Just
All right. So as you push the door open, as it opens with a heavy creak, do you have dark vision?
do.
Okay.
Yeah.
You can see just barely inside the room that is pitch black at the moment, but you're getting just a tiny bit of light from the top of the hallway into a room, and after watching, nothing seems to happen. It seems to be silent inside, and there's no light.
I'm gonna send out my orbs.
Okay.
I'll produce my 4 magical orbs and kind of spread them throughout the room so we can get a good glance before we actually
Okay.
Yeah.
step in.
Doing that, as you see these orbs of light travel down into the room and spread out, you find yourself looking into an octagonal office with a desk and a large kind of padded chair with a lamp that's not lit at the moment. You see a few boxes and chests and things like that over to one side. You see some shelves with a variety of things on the inside. You see a rug, a very nice looking rug in the middle. That's about it without going in.
Do we want to make sure nothing's like magical that can trigger before we step into this room?
I didn't know you could do that.
I don't know.
I've got the good old-fashioned look around and make sure there's no plates to step on kind of situation.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll check for
I
traps.
have dispel magic, but it's not like a
Yeah.
radiant
Yeah.
thing.
Well,
That would be sick.
Yeah, I'll just spell magic
grenade.
on the room. Yeah.
I mean, I will check for traps from the good old-fashioned look around, or
Yeah,
that's an investigation.
Yeah, I will actually check
I will
because
help
I'm
you.
the one that's really kind of on edge about all this stuff. So I'll check for any types of traps, magical or otherwise.
Okay, if you're just doing the room, that'll be a perception check.
Oh, then I'll do
Okay.
it. You help me.
Okay.
I think I have higher perception than you.
I think you definitely do. Mine's not that great.
That's another nat 20.
Yeah, it seems
So
like
that's like a 30
it
something.
seems like in the office here, seems pretty safe. It seems like all the precautions were, in the double doors and.
Is there a
no
place that looks like
redundancies.
where she keeps documents that would be maps or things that would be helpful for us to have access
Yeah,
to?
there's a number of documents and scrolls and things like that
I'd like
rolled
to
up
take a look.
on,
let's just search the
on
whole
the
place.
shelves.
Oh, yeah, we're-
all of us.
There's some drawers on the desk and that sort of
I
thing.
imagine we're gonna be super careful with it. Like
No,
we're just gonna
let's
turn over
toss
the
this
room.
place.
Yeah.
Dibs on the chest, and I'm gonna go there first.
Okay.
I'm gonna grab our new friend and be like, was she here? Do you know when she was here last?
She was here last night. She was here for the attack.
Would she have already left come morning?
Well, after she came back from the fight and everything happened, I was thrown in the cell, and I don't know nothing about that. after
Sure,
that.
you personally, but did you know her patterns? Would she have left first light?
She didn't have much of a pattern as far as time. I mean, this business happens when it happens, and you got to be ready to go out whenever they need you. But my guess is if she's not here, she's probably at the warehouse.
Fuck, I hope she has a map here. Is that back door that we locked up the way to get towards the warehouses? To get back into town?
I don't know.
Let's turn this room over. Let's see if we can.
Like I
find-
told you, I've never been to the warehouse. She's the only one who knows. At least in our place, she's the only one who knows, and she's secretive.
I can say the word, the bitch.
Go for it.
Well, then let's ransack this place.
Yep.
All right. So whoever wants to can make investigation checks.
Oh, yeah.
I'll help. Whoever has high investigation, I'm helping.
I mean, I'm definitely.
Yeah, you can all roll. We'll just do a group if you want.
Mine's not very good, but I want to search for stuff. I'll take it.
23.
That is
21.
going to be
Okay.
also 21.
21.
Natural 20 for 27.
Okay.
Give us all everything.
We are looking for any clues and anything
28.
pertaining and anything worth money.
Yeah.
Okay.
We want
All
all
the
the
good
good stuff.
Yeah. So, you find a lot of trinkets and things of that nature. You find lots of documents that seem to be records of sales and transactions and things like that going back, a couple decades. Not all under her name. She's, looking through it just quickly. It seems like she came into power not too long ago, like a year or two ago, somewhere. It's hard to tell exactly from this without really taking time to look through it. But you do find another cleansing stone. You find a jar that seems to be full of beads that seem to have some sort of magical property. You do find a potion of healing.
Yes.
Alright,
on
Who
the,
needs that?
I'll hold on to it, but just to have it in here.
Listen, I'm the weakest one here.
Yeah, which means you'll be dead and can't give it to yourself.
I know.
Okay. The 23, you, over in the kind of pile of stuff, which just seems to be more trinkets and clothing that, you find a chest of clothing of various kinds that she keeps, and you find some other things that you're not sure if they're worth money or not. Bolts of cloth and different things of that nature. Other things that paladins might keep on them, like whetstones and different things like that are oils for the armor and just lots of maintenance things. You also find another chest that is locked. So you'll have to.
Either lockpick
But
it, which I
it's-
can't lockpick. I don't have
Yeah,
that.
but it is heavy.
Yep. Sarah, I've got another thing over here that's locked.
Okay.
And while she's coming over, I'm going to check it for traps.
Okay.
I'll
Roll
help you.
investigation.
That's going to be 21. Yes, 21.
Okay. Doesn't seem to be trapped.
Sweet.
Pick the lock. That is going to be a. That's going to be dirty 20.
Okay. So as you're working on that, you go over to the desk and start opening drawers. You find some jerky and a bottle of wine and some glasses and things of that nature. You find some more documents that don't seem to be of special interest, and as you kind of sit there and rest for a second, almost after everything's happened in this kind of very surprisingly comfortable chair. You feel like the desk is a little bit thicker than it should be. As you start getting curious and start feeling around, you're eventually able to push up on the bottom and hear a click, and it drops down, and you see a sheet of paper that says has a couple things on it. So one is a very crudely hand-drawn map that has Tir Ratha, the village that this order is in, and then almost directly to the west an X. And then you see below that, you see a series of words with arrows connecting them. So and it goes temple, caves. Then you see a bunch of things, and this handwriting is very poor. So you're not exactly sure what some of the words are, but you do think you see sewers and catacombs and that sort of thing. And you see another kind of illustration that seems to be this sort of windy path. And then it continues with another arrow to tomb. And then it says, under the tomb, it says secret entrance. And then warehouse.
Sarah,
Yeah.
I have it. And I'll kind of bring that map over to you.
Which she does as you hear the click as the chest opens. and inside is just full of gold.
You're running a little low.
I just put that right in our bag.
Just hold the bag of holding open. It's just like.
I just put that whole chest in.
Yeah.
All right.
Are there any? Because you said they're like bolts of cloth and clothing and stuff like that, right? Or is there anything that would be long enough to make like a sash?
Yeah.
All right.
Sure.
I picked that up and I walk over to Zeno. I said, "You probably need something to kind of hold that until you figure the situation out."
Oh yeah.
So I
It's
just
a little awkward.
tie the sash around him. That way you have a.
Is
As you're
there?
working with it, it's a very nice, kind of strangely like light and soft feeling silk.
Is it Tir Ratha silk or Alrakan silk?
Silk, yes it is.
Oh, I see you starting to pull that Alrakan silk, and I'm like, hold on a second, hold on.
Okay.
We have taffeta, and I'm just gonna put the Alrakan bolt in here, and I'm gonna bust out that shitty like white and black like taffeta we've been carrying for a while. Like no, and I pull out the black taffeta, and I like strip some of that out. Cause I'm like, absolutely not. You're not fucking with Tir Ratha. I mean, Alrakan silk.
Yeah. Do I take that instead? all right, sure. I didn't realize that clothing was that.
That's too fancy for me.
Yeah.
That shit is worth money.
Either way, I'm
Okay.
just tired of ducking this thing.
It's really, it's like really rare material. It's woven from worms that are like really hard to grow. The silk expands in cold and shrinks in heat, which means you can make clothing out of it that keeps you warm when it's cold and cools you off when it's hot.
And it's beautiful.
I started digging through the pile of cloth now. It's like, is there any more of it that?
There's only one bolt of the
Okay.
the Alrakan silk. There are some other nicer materials, but
You like to disguise yourself, right? Can you use any of this stuff?
Oh yeah, I've already been fucking around with all of it. I'm like, more costumes to make
sure.
basically my disguise kit grow.
You just write three more bolts of nice fabric.
Now I'll grab some of the trinkets just to see if price them down the road.
Okay.
Yeah, just see if they're worth anything.
I'm gonna look at this shitty map.
Okay.
Yep, I'll point out the X and I'll point out the secret entrance tomb.
this map feels like a joke. It feels like a joke.
It's a trap.
I look at it. Does it look like it's like it's meant to be like a deceptive piece of material? Because I feel like that would be something I would have made in my lifetime. Is it just?
Roll an insight check.
Also, did we happen to find any lemons in a hairdryer?
Can I get a little? Can you pray for me a little bit?
Yes,
Thank you. So you said insight?
Yeah.
I'm not the most insightful creature.
On Nick Cage reference list.
It was beautiful. That's gonna be a 15. Thank you for the blessing.
It is very hard to tell that kind of thing from a map.
I mean, I'm pretty sure if they made this as a false map, they probably would have done a better job.
This is the shittiest looking map I've ever
Yeah.
seen, and I've made some shitty maps in my lifetime.
Perhaps one of them's like an idiot and really, like, literally needs an X marks the spot on the
None
map.
of these people have impressed me so far, so I'm just impressed.
Yeah.
Was there any other documents other than this shitty thing?
That's all I found.
That's what you found. Of note, at least.
You got all the, like, their timetables and everything, all their
Yeah, I got all the sales records and everything like that.
Wait. What is her name that we're trying to?
Allison.
Night Maiden Allison.
No, I've got that, but is it Hethra? The main.
The one we're trying to disrupt her.
Yeah.
Hethra.
Yeah, Hethra.
More specifically, do we find any documentation with Hethra's name on it?
No.
Okay.
In fact, in looking through a lot of the transactions, you find names like, you know, Sphinx and Cobra and things like that seem to be pretty obviously code named.
Okay.
Like she's keeping records but not stupid enough to name names.
Okay.
So
She probably couldn't spell it.
I mean, we could finish the job with this room. Just start knocking stuff over.
you say that as Tash is like over in the corner urinating.
Respect.
Quality.
I hate this woman.
Yeah.
Bit of cruel, no sympathy for anyone.
I completely agree. And I just start knocking all the books off. All in a big pile and go, we might as well make it a theme, and I'll just bust out my flint and
Yeah.
we ready to go?
If there's nothing else here of value.
There's nothing special about the rug that we're on. Like, it's just a big area rug, right?
You can roll an investigation on it if you want.
Why not? I mean, it'd be...
I did. I was
Yeah,
like,
you thought
he wouldn't be that nice.
Also, if it was a living entity, I feel like once we start lighting it on fire, it's gonna be like
24.
Yeah.
Rug sign language for yo.
my dude. What the hell?
Could you, like, check with the brother first?
Yeah.
What'd you get?
24.
24? I mean, it's nice. It doesn't, it, you know, seems, it accents the room well. You know,
It brings
doesn't seem
it brings
to
it
be
together.
special.
Brings
Yeah.
the colors together.
That's very special in its own right, though. I mean,
If you know how harmonious an area rug of that size
Oh,
in
yeah.
that space in that climate,
It's pretty fire.
Uh-huh.
So let's light it on fire.
it looks flammable.
All right, I guess we're ready. And I'm sparking it up.
All right.
Pile of shit.
Yep.
All right. You guys like take a few minutes to throw stuff into the middle of the room and just
Did you
destroy
find
your
your
stuff. And
trinket?
I did. You actually see him wearing it, and he is
Perfect.
like he's kind of always got a hand near it now. I'm like,
Anything else of value in this shithole?
I don't care.
Where would they
Great.
keep the spoils of their victories?
Well, I mean, the gold's divided up among them, and I don't know where they all hide it, or most of them, as far as I can tell, spend it as fast as they get it. She would have kept hers in here, as far as I know, unless she's got another hole somewhere.
One last cursory check. I want to see if there's anything that would be familiar to us in here. Essentially, anything that looked like it would come off of Bear easy.
Okay. Well, so you have to go back through the pile of things. Roll an investigation check.
I'll help you.
Oh.
Okay. 23.
23?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Looking for, you know, familiar things now, and trying your best to like now move this pile around and try to find things. You don't find anything that seems to be you don't find anything that seems to be related to Bear or Easy.
Okay.
You do find like a pendant that doesn't seem to be magical or really even valuable, really.
Mhm.
Like, you don't know what it is, pewter or something of that nature, of a symbol that seems familiar, but you can't quite place it.
I don't know if Larry even, I don't even know if I know what it is. I just kind of pocket it and, all right, let's go.
Sure.
On the way out, I say somebody grab the little boy, because we're gonna start smoking. This place is gonna start smoking out pretty quick, and I don't need this child to die of asphyxiation.
Wait. Look, I'm all for, you know, destroying her stuff because screw that woman. But I'm not sure if we should destroy the whole place, because it could still be useful. There still needs to be an order here.
Sure, I'm not going to burn down the whole place. I'm saying he is next to a burning room. Smoke rises. He might asphyxiate while he is passed out, as this room is filled with smoke. That's how fire works.
Right.
I'm not going to burn this whole place down. You do what you want with these stones.
Right. All right.
I just want to make sure the little kid doesn't choke himself to death while he's sleeping.
Yeah.
I have a heart. Sometimes.
Which one of these doors did you say takes us up to a different part of town?
As you guys exit back out into the common room, he points to the one in the back.
Say we take a different exit.
Fine. And I'm just going to yank the chair out.
But I go grab my base.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So, you go through that room as you smell the increasing smell of smoke, and you open the door, and there's just like this short little hallway that looks like it was once a lot longer, but part of it seems to have collapsed, and there's a bunch of rubble, and in front of that, just in front of that collapsed piece of rubble, is a ladder that goes up to a hatch that's closed. As you make your way up and climb up the ladder, having a time of it, whoever's carrying the kid.
Not it.
It's not me. You saved him.
I'm going to make what's his face.
Listen, I'm not one to avoid hard work, but I'm not exactly. He's like limping. He's like, I'm not in
I'm not
great
gonna.
shape.
I'll just put him on my shoulders and
Okay.
figure it
He's
out.
pretty skinny, pretty
Yeah.
gangly. He's not that heavy, so. Well, he is for climbing a ladder
Yeah.
and squeezing through a hatch, but he's not that bad.
Okay.
So we'll just say if you take it slow, it'll be
Yeah.
fine. But you, as you push the hatch up, it's a lot heavier than you expect. And as you push it up and exit out, you can see there's like a large, kind of heavy clay vase that seems to be attached to the top of it. That's kind of being pushed up, and among some other ones that are sitting alongside of a building. A building that is partially collapsed. And as you exit out into this alleyway, you're seeing destruction. You're seeing buildings, you're seeing bodies, you're seeing bodies of all ages and genders, you're seeing most of them villagers, not
Do we see the scary big lady anywhere nearby?
you are hearing a commotion now over on the eastern part of town.
I'm going to tell our weak friend, and I'm going to say, give him the little boy.
Mm-hmm.
You better find some place to hide.
Not over yet, huh?
Not by a mile. If you think you have the strength to fight, fight, but you put that boy safe first.
All right. No offense. Look, like I said, I'm not one to avoid a fight either if it's the right kind, but look at me.
Yeah, you're not gonna be used to us.
I'm going to follow that sound. I'm like, either follow me or don't. And I'm just going to walk straight towards that sound. And when I'm far enough away from him and the kid, you're going to hear...
Are any of you injured?
I'm good right now.
I'm down a little bit.
Okay.
Yeah.
He'll actually, before you go, he'll walk over and put his hands on you
Okay.
and whisper a prayer. And you will get... Oh, not bad. 14 points back.
Okay. Gets me pretty close.
Take one of those if you're handing them out.
Right. Kind of gives you a look. You get 12.
Just slightly less.
Look, I was gonna go back for him. I just wanted to handcuff him up, go deal with the lady, and then come back.
Yeah, it's strange. It's like you get a little bit of a familiar sense of that divine energy going into you, but it has this sort of quality of like this relaxing breeze, like in a spring day. That's just really nice. Just that moment of, and you feel better, like ready to go.
I I'm on a warpath.
Oh no, I'm already running. Like, I didn't want to leave to begin
Really gonna try and calm her down?
with. Calm down, nothing. I'm killing her.
I am running to get to the sound, and I am using thaumaturgy to bellow my voice as loud as it can go. And you just hear, "Storm, we are done!"
Okay. So as you follow the sounds of screaming and just you hear a sound of collapsing stone, and another kind of like that doesn't seem to be responding at all. As you run around the corner, you see this creature again stepping out of a collapsed building with this kind of elderly man like in her claws as she tosses him hard off to the side, and he slams into the wall. His blood splatters on it, and she like looks, and her eyes lock on, the glowing green eyes lock on you guys.
Mm-hmm.
As we were running over there, I glance over at you. What kind of face are you making?
I don't know, she was shaken up earlier, which you didn't see. I think, when she grabbed onto Sarek, that was her. She's back to the not a lot of emotion going on.
Okay, so you don't seem enraged to go stop her, or annoyed that we're going to go stop her, or
She's
just following the group.
she's down for whatever happens.
Okay.
I mean, she doesn't know Storm either.
Yeah, I was just curious.
I mean, I'm going to take shots.
Okay.
That's why I'm going for it.
I was gonna pull out the card.
Okay.
I pull out the card that I have that summons Storm,
Mm-hmm.
and
are you doing?
As she's in front of us.
like as she said, giant terrifying creature because it summons her. Right? To my understanding, it summons like Storm, right? Not just
We'll
whatever
find
entity
out.
she is. Or do I not know that that's true? I was under the impression I summoned her,
Well,
like her little fairy self. Or
What
pixie
you
self.
would know is that if this creature is her and not summoned, then it is probably polymorph, which she knows.
Yeah.
Um,
So does it summon her polymorphed form, or does it summon her natural form?
yeah, the problem is you don't have any clue how a fae card, a pixie card, works.
What are you doing?
I'm
But
gonna.
if this is her, and it summons her, you have no idea if it'll disrupt that polymorph spell, or if it'll just bring her to you.
Okay. I'm gonna take out the card and I say, "Don't make me use this fucking card on you. We are done." And I'm like dead eyes with her.
And you just see her and you see her take some steps toward you, and she looks at the card for a second, and then looks back at you, and you see her sort of lean backwards, and then as snakes,
Shit, motherfucker.
huge masses of snakes just erupt onto you.
Shit, motherfucker.
You
Do I
are
get
going
any sort of
to-
dexterity saving anything?
Evasion. Okay, that's all the things.
Evasion!
All of it.
Stick that card in my breastplate real fast.
So
Nope, you get a big fuck around and find out.
Yep. Listen. I thought I was being cool. And impulsive.
Mhm.
And angry.
it's very interesting, but you didn't, you haven't used it yet.
It's true, I haven't.
Yeah. So as these snakes swarm over you, you start feeling a bunch of fangs sinking into your flesh.
I am resistant
as
to
you're-
poison.
Okay. So
If that makes a difference.
let's see.
Oh, these are holy snakes. Radiant damage.
I would fucking hate that it was radiant damage snakes. I have one resistance. Let it be this one, poison. I have resistance to poison.
So I need you to make a
And-
Constitution saving throw first of
Oh
all.
shit, motherfucker. I had no con. Nope. Nope. That's a 3. No, wait. Yeah, that's a 3.
Okay. So
That's
Oh,
That's gonna hurt.
It's gonna hurt so bad.
Oh.
that's a lot of dice.
A snake, a snake.
It's a snake.
Alright.
It's a danger noodle.
Oh, bro.
It's definitely a nope rope.
Nope rope. Yep.
19 points of damage.
Which type of damage?
Poison.
So that's halved.
So yeah, down to 9.
That gets rid of all my temps.
Oh, that's right. You didn't even fight with us.
I haven't done anything.
They are still swarming all across you as she is rearing up to attack you.
Taking a shot. The
do it.
moment that happens, it is.
Let's. We'll do a quick initiative roll, real
Okay.
quick.
22. Are you getting ready to pull up a map?
No, not
Okay,
for this.
got it. I want to make sure.
I'm trying to get to my.
You beat me this time.
Whoa.
I know.
I rolled really well. You rolled well enough anyway.
I don't like that. I don't like when people beat me in initiatives. I have a +8.
Where I'm doing one thing and one thing only.
Gonna skate to one song and one song. Okay. All right.
22.
18.
Okay.
I thought you had like +11
We're
to
gonna have
initiative.
Plus
a,
8.
we're gonna have a
Okay.
bat off.
Oh,
We're both suck at initiative.
I got a nat 20.
Oh!
Or 21.
21. Okay.
Oh, so you're ahead of me.
Wow.
Wow, Sloby.
Listen, I'm being attacked by snakes.
You're covered in snakes.
I've been covered in snakes. Can I go
So
home?
then that leaves Stoic.
8.
Caboose. All right.
I don't like
Okay, Sarah, do your thing.
All right, bonus action, Hunter's Mark. And taking shots.
Okay, do it.
That's a 28 to hit on the first one.
That hits.
And we got 8 and d6. 5. 11 points of damage on the first one.
Okay.
Well,
Second hit, or second shot, 24 to hit. And, ooh, good rolls. 19 points of damage on the second one.
19. Okay. There it is. Okay.
Does she still look, because we dealt some damage last time, does she still look kind of a little beaten up? Does she look like she's...
Yeah, she definitely looks like she's taking hits, for sure.
Can I then use my reaction to do Hellish Rebuke as well? My injury?
I think it's a little too late now. We've already done another
No worries.
turn, and yeah. Okay, your second attack was how much damage? Sorry.
19.
19. Okay. Okay. It's actually her turn. She rolled really well.
Whoa. If it helps, I probably moved within about 30 feet of her. Probably about right at 30 feet.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. She is going to, at the end of your turn,
Mhm.
she's going to use a legendary action. As you see this, like this dark greenish aura seem to emanate out from her. I need all 4 of you, because look, she walked up to her, and I'm assuming you guys were close together more or less. So this is kind of wishy-washy here,
Okay.
but I need you all to do a Wisdom saving throw. So basically, you're all within 30 feet. So
Natural 1.
Oh no!
It went up to 19 and goes, nope.
Deuce. I probably have an adder, but it's not enough.
Yeah.
Wisdom saves 16.
18.
Wait a minute, do I? No, I don't have anything that would help with that.
okay. Interesting. Wow.
That was cool.
So Zenoa is the only one who succeeded.
Oh no!
As all of you are struck with fear and are frightened.
No, that just means I can't move toward her. I have to move away, but I can
Yeah,
still
and
shoot.
disadvantage on attacks.
Okay, got it.
Fucking hell.
And yes.
Okay.
And ability checks and saving throws.
Okay.
No, just ability checks. Okay. Then she is going to. Yeah. Sura, you're frightened. I need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
An 11.
As she locks eyes with you, you see the world just go dark except for those glowing eyes that seem to pierce through you and then fade to black as you drop to 0 hit points. In a pile of snakes.
I had 53 hit points. I had full hit points.
Not anymore.
Saber.
I mean,
Zanoa? You see Asura go down in a pile of snakes that are attacking her as this creature then turns its gaze elsewhere.
I still have the card, by the way, just so you know. If, the only person who
I don't
knows
even know what it does.
It's okay. The only person who knows right now is Stoic, is what this card is for.
Oh, in fact, it still has a move. You see it take a watery form, as you've seen it do before, and rush over to right in front of Sarek. Now it is the nose turn.
It's all you, girl.
How far am I from her? Within...
I think you'd be like all. I think you were all pretty close together, so you're probably only within like 10 feet from her. We'll say.
Okay. I'm gonna rush over to her and grab onto whatever piece of her body is not covered in snake that I can get to, or like move the snakes or whatever, like Fear Factor style.
Okay.
And grab her and cast Cure Wounds on her.
Okay.
I'm casting it at 4th level.
Holy shit.
So 21 points of healing.
You wake up again. The world's still dark momentarily as you feel the slithering of snakes and the sinking of fangs still happening around you. But you're alive. You're awake.
Can I use anything else that I have, my bonus action, movement, or whatever, to help her, like, to help?
That'd be more of an action
Get
to
him
like
off.
try to move a person.
Or can I, like, hit the snakes as a bonus action?
Do you have a bonus action to do
You
that?
can cast your spiritual weapon.
Well, yeah, but I think they said it's not able to hit when you cast it.
Yeah, you can hit when you cast it.
I believe
That's what
so.
we've been doing.
Oh, okay.
I'm pretty sure we have been doing
Yeah,
that.
we've been doing when you cast it on the
I don't
first
think I took it today, though.
Oh.
Well, never mind.
Then no, you cannot
Yeah,
do it.
Never
I didn't
mind.
take it. Okay.
oh, what's that? Hold on. I found everything in its bonus action.
Nope. I'm good.
Okay.
I'll stay near her.
Okay. That takes us to Sarah.
I'm getting the hell out of this pile of snakes.
Okay, so using half your movement to get up.
Mm-hmm.
And what are you doing?
Getting out of this pile of snakes.
Okay. Are you staying next to them or like getting away from them?
I'm using whatever movement I have in my capabilities to get the fuck away from these snakes, so they
Okay,
can't
so
immediately
moving-
touch me.
15 feet, you'll take an opportunity attack from them.
Okay.
Snakes with their own thing.
That is a 16 to hit.
It meets, it beats.
Yeah. Okay, make another Constitution saving throw.
Can I use Hellish Rebuke?
Yes.
Con is gonna be a 12.
12. That's a success.
Okay. Perfect. I'm gonna use Hellish Rebuke.
So that's 3d10 fire damage.
Take him out.
Right? One,
Yep, that's
two,
10.
You'll still take 4 points of, like, reduced to 4 points of, no, I'm sorry, that's 9 points of piercing damage.
9 points of piercing.
Yeah, there's no poison for the, because you saved.
That puts me 12 hit points. But I did.
I actually did that wrong. On the first one, because some of the damage was supposed to be piercing, not all poison. But
Either way, I got hit to 0 in the next thing that happened. So I didn't. Whatever hit points I had.
Yeah,
that's gonna be 20 fire damage from the snakes.
Oh, nice.
That was a good
You hear a lot of angry hissing as you erupt fire into this pile of snakes
Good
here.
sizzle, mother truckers, sizzle.
All right, that brings us to Stoic.
So, as a
You're about
past,
10 feet away from him.
as a past cleric, would I know what this creature is?
We already discovered what it was last time.
Yeah, I just can't remember.
It was a sea fury.
Sea fury.
More or less what I know. That's not undead, right?
No,
Okay.
it is not.
Okay.
It's a fae, I believe.
Okay. And we got hit, so I'm assuming I'm within 30 feet of her. If not, I'd like to move. Well, I can't move within 30 feet of her, but
You are. You're pretty close. Like you're within 10 feet.
okay. Then I'm just gonna go. That's enough, and I'm gonna cast Blight.
Oh no!
Okay.
With a con save of 16.
Okay. Okay.
That was my one and only spell left.
Not 20.
Still have to.
Roll.
Yeah,
Oh, that's a pretty good roll. It's 15, 20, 36, 36, 44, and then 52. So 52 points of necrotic damage cut in half.
26. Still pretty good. Still pretty good.
26.
It's a big hammer.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, necromantic damage.
Yeah, necrotic. Yep, you're good. Okay, so as you let loose this spell and you see this greenish energy sort of crawl up over her, and you see this already kind of sickly greenish skin start to take on a bunch of fading and discoloration, almost like a crustacean that's been out in the sun and just it like is dead, and like this dead fish smell starts to waft out onto you guys, which is also an odd thing in the middle of the desert heat with this dead fish smell. You see her like, and then you see a sudden shift as you see just a moment of a light pixie form who just looks kind of shocked and then dissipates.
I pull out my card and I say, Storm, get back here now.
Oh no, I don't think that's what happened.
Nothing happens.
To the card?
Yep.
I have the ability to...
It's not.
It doesn't seem to do anything.
It's not multi-dimensional,
What do you mean it's not multi-dimensional?
She dead.
which means she pops back over the
To
Feywild.
over to him.
But it's not going to work on different planes.
Yeah.
Most things don't.
Yeah.
And we
work
needed
for
her
us
because we
planes.
needed her to contact... You can contact him because you know him now.
Well, some of us wanted to let her work it out of her system. Others,
As part of the building falls onto a corpse behind him.
others didn't leave us much of a choice.
We needed her to stay focused on our actual mission.
I don't disagree.
She did enough damage to the city. They understand what they did.
Yeah, the villagers who are living under the thumb of this order yet, they know what they did.
You say as a snake.
All the snakes are still there.
Together you're able to make...
Yeah.
You're able to
work,
dissipate them, and you see, kill some of them, and they start to dissipate out into the...
How big is this town? Because honestly, when we first got in here, man, I thought it was like
Yeah.
a small western town
That's what I was thinking
with
too.
like 12 buildings.
Yeah, no, it's a little bit bigger than that.
Okay.
You'd probably guess, I don't know, probably somewhere between 100 and 200 people.
That's a decent size.
I might sway my behavior a little bit.
But it is a lot less now.
Mm-hmm.
She'll come back.
Yes, but we needed her to contact him. And we're about to walk into some more infestation. We need her back.
So what would you like to do?
Can you contact Citrus and tell him that she popped back into the Feywild and we need her back over here.
I can.
Can we get out of this town first?
Actually, can I? I don't know that
We still have a 3-hour ride back. Right? Because that map has it back in Tir Ratha.
No.
Oh, it's from
out in the
here?
middle of the desert. It's to the west. It's like north of Tir Ratha
What
and
do you
west
know
of
for
this
what?
place.
She is our contact
To Cithras.
to set up
The whole reason you brought her along was to
To set the
Contact
trap.
Cithras.
To tell
So
Cithras
instead
it's
of
time.
waiting for her to contact Cithras, you're going to contact Cithras. To tell her to come back so we can then contact Cithras.
Yes, because I want her back.
I understand. I'm just pointing out.
I'm
to you.
aware of the hypocrisy, not the hypocrisy, the
it does
idiocy of the
take
statement.
significant magic to do this.
Okay, then fuck it. You know what I want to do? I want to bury our dead friends that have been hanging out on that fucking wall for a little while.
Finally,
Let's do that.
Something we can agree on.
Mm-hmm. That was going to happen anyway.
Just tidying myself off from all that fucking snake shit. Walk over back to where we entered, where
Yeah, and
they
cut.
were hanging on that wall.
Cut all of them down.
Okay. So, you go and cut the bodies down. What would you like to do?
I want to search them first to make sure that there isn't still anything left behind.
Yeah.
Specifically, is Easy still wearing that fucking necklace? I want to loot that goddamn necklace off of him.
Roll an investigation check.
Help me.
I'll assist with that. Go ahead.
That's gonna be a 17.
It's pretty quickly obvious these have been stripped
Yeah.
down to loincloths. Like there's nothing.
They
On
don't,
any
they
of
don't even have their base clothes on. I am going to take a small lock from each of them,
Okay.
and, tie it up and put it in my pocket. So they don't even have their necklaces that Easy made.
Time we'll go back and look in their lair.
We already ransacked through everything.
Just her room.
our friend said that that's where they hide all the good shit.
It's where she hides. She takes what she thinks is valuable. I'm wondering if they each take spoils from their kills.
Well, why don't you start ransacking the bodies out there on the street then? I am going to start to braid their hairs. I'm going to braid both of their hairs.
Okay.
And because I don't actually know what any of the burial rites are for them as individuals. I only know what Tir Rathans do, which is you let the desert decide. Like, you take a body to a desert and you say, "Desert, I give this back to you." Sometimes you burn them, but for the most part,
What would be my understanding of, the way that I grew up, burial or anything like that?
It would, in your case, let's see, on Mandor. Give me a second. Where are my notes? So, Mandor is sort of both, and it has to do with people who typically of the religious order, people who were of particular service or honored by Our Lady Dreva, were taken to a mausoleum and given a place that was sort of like burial, but in this building, sealed in marble and stone as a sort of everlasting testament of faithfulness. But anybody who doesn't earn that honor is burned. Sort of a testament of only service to Our Lady lasts.
and all I know is you can't risk disease in a tiny place, so you have to get the bodies out of town. You either burn them or you let the sand decide.
Yeah, Tir Ratha, they either just dump them or burn them. Burning is pretty common through most of the world because of the practicalities of it. Some countries bury, or some do certain orders or certain, worshippers or that sort of thing vary, but burning is the cheapest way the cheapest and easiest way.
I don't know what I'm supposed to do with them.
We can't just leave them here.
I look to the guy that's been. Is he still there with our camels? Has he been? Did he stay? We gave him good money.
No.
He ran.
No, you didn't pay him enough to stay for that.
Are the camels at least there though?
Roll a perception check.
Oh boy.
That's gonna be a 24.
Okay. There you had 3, right?
Mm-hmm.
2 of them are there. One's a little bit further back. You'd have to try to look for the third one.
I'll start looking for the third one.
Why don't you guys go look for it? The third one I'll take care of fair and easy. That way you guys don't have to do it.
No, I'm doing it.
You're doing it?
I want to load them up so we can find someplace.
Okay.
Okay.
With this fucking camel. That's gonna be a 29.
Okay. Looking around, it doesn't look like it's anywhere to be found. And as you think about it, it's like, well, This guy might have.
Grabbed
Taking
him and
it.
ran. Yeah.
Before you go off looking for the camel, I'm gonna bother you for some cloth, some bolted cloth, and I'm gonna wrap the bodies while you're.
I have the white taffeta.
Yeah. And I'm gonna very gently wrap the bodies and.
Is Tash still with us, or did he stay?
No, you
Oh
told
yeah,
him
I told him to go
hide.
off with the
Yeah.
kid.
So you carefully, as she's looking fruitlessly for that, you carefully wrap the bodies in this white, nice cloth that you procured from Allison's chambers.
We have 2 camels.
Mm-hmm.
We'll use one. We'll use one to carry our friends, and I guess we'll walk. I'll gently place the bodies over the camel and
How about with that?
start walking.
Okay.
I wanted to find a place outside of this city that seems like quiet and pretty in my standards of pretty, obviously.
Okay. As you start walking, you do find a place that's, got some, it's like a few rocks and sort of an interesting formation that's sort of like, kind of jutting out in opposite ways. That's kind of interesting, kind of creating almost like a little sheltered area underneath that's still soft sand. It's probably the nicest out here.
I don't.
There's nothing to say. I'll just slowly start digging.
Okay. Stoic starts digging.
Deep. Because it's sand. That's all I want it to be. As deep as the sand will allow.
Okay.
You digging with your hands? What are you digging with?
Sword? I got a shield.
Okay.
I am digging with my
So I
shield.
was like looking, I was like, how can
For
I
these
help?
circumstances, we could say you found one in the town,
Okay.
or the headquarters, or anything like that.
Although I think the shield might dig pretty well in the sand, actually.
Yeah,
That's
I'll help
fair.
you. So it'll go a little faster.
Which takes a little bit longer than you'd think, because sand doesn't.
Keeps.
Yeah.
This is why we tend not to bury bodies out in the sand. We either burn them or let the sun take them.
But eventually, you've got a decent sized kind of conical, hole that you're able to get down in and place them gently at the bottom.
I kind of keep back a little bit to give them space to kind of do whatever needs to be done. And kind of watching the scene, I heard you out there for the first time in a while. So kind of give it a second. Okay.
Yeah. Well, we'll talk.
Oh. Now?
Well, that doesn't seem appropriate.
That's fair.
And then some.
Yeah, okay.
You don't know?
I know, but Tara wants to know.
Just as long as you help me, I'll keep this from happening again. Okay. And then I just stand there and take everything in.
All right.
Cleric's supposed to say something.
At this point, I don't think there's much left to say. slowly start burying them back up.
Before you completely bury their heads, Asura like gets in the hole and like cradles Bear's head and kisses his forehead, and then cradles Easy's head and kisses his forehead.
Okay.
You just hear Zenoa kind of like talking to herself very quietly, but she just says, "Thanks, guys."
If you guys don't mind taking a little longer to get home, there's something I'd like to do before we leave. I'm a terrible artist, but I'm going to take a dagger and I'm going to work on one of the big stones of where they're buried, and I'm going to try and just do the best image I can of a bugbear and a dragon and just leave them on the rock. It was like kind of a marker.
Mm-hmm. Do a performance check for me. With advantage for this. Taking the time.
Because that's a charisma thing.
I might be okay with it.
When he's not performance.
I'm still okay with it. One's a 9, one's a 6. 13.
Okay. You start carving and very quickly realize you don't really know what you're doing. But it's as you do, you're just like, but this is important. And as you continue doing it, it's strange. You almost feel like something's helping you. And by the end of it, it's serviceable. It's not a work of art by any means, but it's recognizable.
It's being what I was going for.
What time of day is it right now?
At this point,
I imagine it's gonna be getting kind of late.
yeah, I mean, it's probably late afternoon.
Okay.
I am then going to touch my newly acquired washing ball, and I'm going to use it after I am done digging,
Okay.
and then hand it to you to put in the bag of holding.
Okay. Is there anything else you'd like to do or say before burying them?
So yeah, they're buried.
I just like don't break eye contact until their faces are gone.
Okay. As you begin shoveling the sand back over them, you all can't help but feel more than see, but feel these sort of kind of faint presences. Like, and you almost can't help but get like an image in your mind. 4 of them. One, a sort of golden, very peaceful angel. Another, an angel that's much fiercer, with armor and wings made out of fire. Another that you, well, 2 of you would recognize, a white-faced elf with white hair and black armor, and a wolf. Avatars representing gods who Bear spent specific time learning about and connecting with. You know, and as that continues, you also see your eyes kind of momentarily caught by a flutter of movement kind of off in the distance. And you see like a small draconic form flying through the air as it flies down, and you see kind of off on the horizon, barely almost a silhouette of a witch's figure. You see it fly over and the hand come up, and then after a moment like shimmers and disappears as if it was a mirage. And as you finish burying the sand and start to turn away to continue on your journey, you see flecks of snow starting to fall just on the grave, not from anywhere. And that's where we'll take a break.
Good old gut punch.
Uh-huh.
Gut haymakers.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
So, we'll take about 10 minutes and come back as the party continues their journey, now with the location of the warehouse, and you'll see how this goes. We'll be right back. All right, welcome back. Hope you had a good break. So, as the party leaves the fresh grave site in the desert, where are you going?
Back to Tir Ratha.
Temple, caves, sewers,
That's
winding
once,
path.
That's once we get to the X.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which, looking at the map,
Next is west, right?
like,
Back north of Tir Ratha.
so how much added time would it be to go back to the town before going?
You're not entirely sure due to the lack of precision of this
Sure.
map. If it were, cartographically accurate, then you'd probably guess 3 hours ride back, maybe another 3 hours ride north to get there. If it's accurate, but who knows?
I would almost feel better going back to the town and heading off fresh in the morning.
It's killing a lot of time.
It's better than killing us.
This desert won't kill us for a night.
So you feel safe sleeping out here?
I've slept out here my entire childhood.
And you felt safe doing it?
What is safety? No matter where we put our head, we are not safe.
As opposed to
We are sheltered.
A nice comfy bed with no sand.
Sand is incredibly comfortable.
Don't you have that in the tent?
Well, we do have the tent.
Yeah.
We're fine. We have a place to lay our heads. Let us not kill time.
Okay.
We definitely owe that man for 3 camels, though.
2.
3. We rented 3 camels. We will not be returning 3 camels. We will not be returning any
We
camels.
still have 2 camels.
And then we are going to temple, caves, sewers, winding path, tomb, secret entrance,
Wait,
warehouse.
But you don't want to go back to town.
No. We're going to cross directly to the X.
So don't complain about the camels.
Well, I'm just saying we owe that man money.
Yeah, they're not making it back to town.
I'm just saying we should be respectful of this man's very hard-earned business.
But not respectful enough to return the camels.
No, we'll pay for what they're worth. He can get new ones.
Okay. Mixed signals. Just putting that
There
out.
was no... I was always saying exactly what I said. We will pay for these camels.
what time of day is it? Right now.
Yeah, at this point it's late afternoon.
What, am I speaking infernal? Like, I thought that was pretty clear with what I was saying.
Yeah. We don't really care what happens to camels. We'll pay the guy when we lose them. Yeah.
That I understood.
Yeah, came pretty clear.
I said the exact same thing.
No caring in the voice about the guy.
Well, I'm not allowed to cower for a man's business?
Can you
Let's
guys
just
just
go.
knock it off?
No.
You can do this while we
Yeah.
walk.
You can walk. I
Ow.
grab you, and I hoist you up to the camel.
Okay. Do you wanna?
You're riding with me,
Okay.
and so I hoist you up, and then I get up with you.
If you want the other one, I'm fine walking.
Sure. I'll take it.
Okay. So you're going at Sarek walking speed.
Yep.
Yes.
Okay.
30 feet.
Or you could just get on the fucking camel. Sarah, get on the goddamn camel.
All right.
But you're right in the back.
Yep.
No, really. How do you hold me?
I probably don't. Just like clench.
Just your
Yeah.
legs just as hard as
Yep.
you can.
Am I in front or are you in front?
Great.
I would just assume you are just
Okay.
from where we are.
Yeah,
in the world.
I'm in front.
Yeah.
But I do want to note that I very specifically, like, you feel my tail
Yeah, uh-huh.
hook onto your ankle.
Yeah. I saw that coming. Good with that.
Just to, like, make sure I know where you are behind me.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Right now.
Unaware that it's poisoned, you know. But
It's back in. I latched it back in. It's fine. It's safe.
Okay. All right. So, leaving all of this behind, you strike out west then?
Towards the direction this map has said is an X.
Okay. So headed straight west, more or less, toward the setting sun, having to deal with that for quite a while, as it is directly in your face, in your eyes, affecting your vision ahead of you.
I teach them how to, like, lower your eyes to the horizon, so you're basically, like, watching the sand, and then, like, you can clock the horizon, but you don't look up to the setting sun. So, like, you always keep your eye just below where the peak of the light, so that it minimizes your chance of being, like, surprised by a mirage, but not, like, it's not a perfect system. It's the best you can do.
Especially when you're going straight in.
Yes, when you're walking straight into sunlight.
All right. So, you guys continue traveling as the sun lowers and the world starts getting colder and darker with that kind of quick temperature drop of evening. And, you know, eventually you start finding yourself in a very kind of rocky area. You know, it's still desert, but it's very rocky. It's getting into yeah, it's rocky.
Before it gets too late in the night when, like, light is going to become a challenge for anybody who doesn't have dark vision, I want to try to find, like, a good kind of, like, alcoved area in this kind of more rocky terrain that doesn't look like we're going to be, like, laying on giant boulders and stuff.
Okay.
And kind of, like, not in, like, direct line of sight if someone were to, like, scan the horizon real fast.
Okay. Do a survival check.
Can you help me?
I can. You tell me what you're looking for, and I'll help you out. Look at
Oh,
that.
nat 20.
Was that number 3 tonight? Yeah.
Yeah. It's on different die. I've been rolling different ones.
Yeah. So after some looking, you're actually able to find what's essentially like a little cove set in the rocks as you kind of get deeper in. Like a little narrow passageway that you kind of have to squeeze the camels through, but then it opens out into a, probably about 20 feet across. Just a little sandy, open area, open to the sky, but completely surrounded by rock. It's
Pop out
Good old
the fancy
room.
tent.
Mm-hmm.
It's the best magical item ever.
I know, it truly is. I love it so much.
Okay. So, setting up the tent, settling in for the night.
Setting up our watches.
I got my watch right here, and I set my pot by the door.
I'll take first then.
Go second.
Okay, third.
Because that puts me on the morning watch.
Okay. Anything else you guys would like to do before going to sleep?
What are you looking at?
I'm wanting you to sit with your stinking thing. I don't know what it does.
Well, before we as we start to settle, can I have some tea?
Make hot tea for everyone if they want to drink it.
I'll just drink your tea and go sit by myself and just kind of set my tea down. Pull out my new weapon and just look it over for a bit. I'd like to attune to it.
Mm-hmm. What are you unattuning to?
I'm gonna unattune to the mace.
Okay.
And just as I look it over, I'm gonna kind of just pop my eyes up and like watch each of them just to see what they're doing. As the night gets later, I want to cast read thoughts on Sarah.
Okay. Make us wisdom save.
That is going to be a natural 18.
Okay.
Before- Okay, can I choose to fail or do I not know
You
that?
don't know, I mean.
Okay, then it's like a 19.
Okay.
So you can't read anything?
No, I try to just catch her when she's not interacting with anybody in her own little space. And I get bumped out. And I don't really want to interact with her, but she will note that her dagger is not with her anymore. And I think there's like just this natural pull to go back and just get it from Sarah, but she'll hold off and just spend time with her scythe instead.
Okay.
Before I set up watch though, like, I am gonna dampen a cloth and I'm gonna hand it to you. Your face. The blood.
I should probably want that off earlier.
Said decorated you well.
Yeah. I guess I was a little more intimidating than I usually am.
You're always very intimidating. The new hair helps.
Really?
Mm.
Yeah, it's pretty normal.
Gives you an
Bad.
air of fuck around and find out, you know?
Okay, cool.
Plus, a giant scythe can also say fuck around and find out too, so.
Yeah.
I used to be decorated much like that too. Minus the scythe.
can't say I'm too unfamiliar with it, but I don't know that I'm gonna keep this look.
Red is a good color on us, but it is it's a powerful color to wear. And it costs a lot.
I just didn't know what else to do.
I don't have what you have. I can't call forth something greater than myself. But I saw a room full of invalids. And what little power I had set those motherfuckers on fire. You can call forth power beyond anything I know. And she listened. And gave you the tools to use it.
I didn't know that she would, I guess, be okay with that. I guess I thought before that she wasn't that way. That she didn't like the person that I used to be, but I don't know.
I used to think that I shouldn't be who I used to be at all. That I had to be good to erase the old me. And I am not always proud of the old me. But the old me brought me here. She made sure I survived. And she is not weak. I don't think it's necessarily a bad thing to bring the old us with us. I think it is like your power, like our power, like my power. It's where we point it. We can do heinous things. And what's more is we can do heinous things without being that upset about it. So it's just making sure that we always point the darkest part of ourselves to the most important parts that need to be stopped.
I just don't want to feel like I got some sort of reward, and she like looks at her new weapon for what happened to Baron Easy. I don't know. I don't know if I should feel guilty. I'm just confused. Like he said that she told him to go, and now he's gone. I know she cared about him. I don't know, you don't believe in any of that stuff, I guess, but
It's not that I don't believe in gods. I'm not dumb enough to walk around this world knowing their gods exist and then go, I just don't believe in them.
no, I know. Just that they
I
cared
don't-
about Bear.
I don't believe in any particular god because I don't trust someone that I can't look them in the eyes. I can never know what a god truly feels about anything because I cannot sit with them and drink a cup of tea and talk out their shit. I need people for that. So my faith is here, in these small moments. I don't doubt you when you say that she loved him. I didn't doubt him when he said when she loved him too. I don't like knowing That there are plans in place that I can never see, but I will always have to deal with. On a level that I cannot fathom. It is one thing to know that some shitty person down the road is planning to do some shitty thing to another shitty person. It's quite different than an entity beyond me has put a plan in motion that can devastate me for the end of time. But you still believe, and you still trust, and you still have faith. So that says something.
I just feel more confused than I was before.
Good. Means you don't believe foolishly or blindly. And if that is a gift because of Bear, use it. I don't care if you feel guilty about it. That is him and his strength and his power in your hands. Fucking tear the world apart. In his name and in his honor.
Maybe I don't feel guilty. Maybe it's just... Maybe I just feel stupid for thinking that things would be easier on the outside.
Well,
Once I left home, I just... It was stupid of me to think that.
it was. Because it was stupid of me to think the same thing. I left that layered cake of a city to wander in a desert, to wander into a country I had never been to think that the world would be better when I left. It was different. I know you keep yourself close to yourself. And that makes me uncomfortable. Because I don't know exactly what kind of red you used to wear. But you've always been honest with me. If not elusive to the details. The foundation was always there.
Kind of red.
That you have worn or have I worn?
What was your question?
What kind of red have you worn?
What does that mean?
The blood.
Whose?
What's? In what name? In what occupation? For what cause?
What, how I felt today was the first time I felt like that since I left home. I carried a lot of anger and resentment towards myself, really, and let it out on others. But I think I'm beginning to learn that anger and everything that I carried, that I thought was for me or meant for me,
whatever name I hurt people for. We said it was to bleed the curse out of our people. It was what Lady Drava would have us do, or that's what I was told, but my father really was the one controlling the situation, I think. I did a lot of things that I wish I didn't do for him. So I hate him. I wish he was dead.
There's still time.
Yeah. I guess so.
I don't think I ever would have thought that two people from completely different worlds have the exact same story.
Well, then I'm sorry for you. You have a story like mine.
I'm sorry for you to have a story like mine. I would wish it on no one. And yet we are here. And you have a God, knowing full well what you've done, who still entrusts you with power upon imagining. Power you could have easily turned around and walked right back home with.
I want to feel like I found home. I really do. I just... It just seems so broken now, whatever. I mean, it's broken before, I guess. Like, I know you were friends with him longer than me, so. For what it's worth, I did care about them.
When you grow up in the city and then in the caravans, it is not about the people who stay. It is about what they leave behind. You build your home on the power of knowing that you knew. Their names, their faces, their favorite colors, what faces they made when they ate something sour, the way they laughed, how hard they could hit a wall, how quickly they would cry when they bled. You built an entire lifetime on those little moments between strangers who held each other at night to stay warm and stay safe. I have built so many homes on those little moments. And I have lost two brothers And a third is missing. And I have destroyed so many more brothers and sisters in my lifetime. The ones who trusted me with the giggles and the hugs. And I will never be able to repay that to them. But I will not lose Bear. And I will not lose Easy. And neither will you. As short of a time as they were family to you, they will always be that to us. And I don't know what our family will be moving forward. But you have my hand to hold if you want it. My tea to drink if you need it. My tears to watch as they flow endlessly. Fuck, I am so tired of crying. I am so dehydrated.
Pull out a water flask. Just cry for me when I don't have the guts to.
But that is what home is built on. There are no stones strong enough to break it. No fire powerful enough to burn it down. No gods or devils or anything that can break them. Because they only belong to you.
You think us, this, will last much longer?
I don't know. I really don't. It's getting harder and harder every day to see what all this is for.
I never thought I would be in the middle of the desert. The people I've only known for a short part of my life. But I'm glad I am.
Me too.
Tried to read you earlier, so I'm glad we had this talk.
Oh, could have just asked. I'm not exactly, I lie to a lot of people about a lot of things. Mostly to myself. For some reason, I don't feel comfortable lying to you.
It's a little harder to get away with.
I'm sure that helps. But I also want you to know that every time I tell you the truth, I am aware that I am giving you another knife to stab me with. Another piece of poison to slowly burn my skin and soul away. And I give these to you, having hardly known you. That is my faith.
Your honesty with me. Keep that. Be patient with me.
Not in a rush. I'm not going anywhere. At least not if your diamonds have anything to do with it.
Didn't need any today.
I am a fragile creature, so be patient with me too.
I don't like your friend,
Which one?
the fairy.
Storm. She She is probably the most honest of all of us. She is exactly what she is.
Is she a friend? How well do you know her?
She brought me to the children. She protected those children.
And her brother?
He's
Is
a
a
piece of
friend?
shit. But he's also never lied to us either. I don't think he knows up from down, left from right, reality from fiction. But he has always believed exactly what he has said. We did him dirty. We did him wrong. So if anyone should hate us, it is him.
You think Stoick's okay?
I'm afraid to ask. Stoic is my last brother left. Sarek is like a strange cousin who came to visit. And he and I are not good for each other. I'm not dumb enough not to know. And I probably love him incredibly deeply. And I don't know how to not hurt him. Every time I try, I find a new way to break his heart. And then he turns around and breaks mine. And we just keep chipping away at each other like that. And I need him more than ever. And I don't know how to be there for him. Because
Have you told him those things?
he'll think I'm lying. He'll think I'm being dramatic or strange or I don't fucking know. He'll think I'm doing it as a ruse to get something from him because he's not entirely wrong.
You two are the only two in here that have loved those two the most. The longest.
I feel like I never even knew Easy for as long as he was with us. He was always so sunny and bright and effervescent, but also a complete enigma in all things. To have such power and yet to be so unaffected by it baffled my soul. He was so intelligent and yet I swear he had never seen the world until the exact moment he walked through it.
You know, I thought I needed a piece of his hair to scry on it when he left us. But I forgot. I have all these little notes that we wrote back to each other, back and forth.
You wrote notes.
Yeah.
He has very good penmanship.
Yeah.
Such a strange, strange little man.
I have bears, whatever you guys call it, defenders.
Defender of the realm.
Do you want it? Do you want to hold on to it?
No, he gave it to you. You keep it.
He actually gave it to Stoick.
You keep it.
Look, I'm not gonna play manipulative mind reader tonight, but I don't know. I just want both of you to be okay. So, since I'm not playing manipulative mind reader tonight, you two need to figure that out.
Where is Stoic?
Peeing in the corner.
Far away from that conversation.
I mean, I probably had it right outside because I was getting set up for first watch.
Yeah, I'm sleeping. I'm on last watch.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
And if I'm not sleeping, I'm pretending to be.
There you go.
You my old depressed, grumpy ass a little.
Perhaps in the morning.
Yeah.
Maybe you can decide to ride with Sarek and force us to ride together.
No problem.
You said no manipulation tonight. Leave it till the morning.
Mostly because I'm out of magic. But
Yeah.
The truth.
The worst thing is we're going to have to start telling people what happened. There's a lot of people who loved them who are going to need to know.
I know.
And I hate that you'll probably have to be the one who has a lot of those conversations. So if there's any way I can make them easier to bear, let me know.
Let's just get through this little X marks the spot situation. We can talk about it later. Alright, I'm off to sleep. Thanks for the tea.
Yeah. I'll just sit. Take my watch.
Okay. All of you roll perception checks for me real quick for your watches.
Not great.
I think
15.
That die is done for the night. Yeah, she's
18.
19.
2.
Oh, not too.
Clear as day. Pitch black.
Zanoa.
Oh, sorry. 1.
Oh no!
I have a negative on that.
Okay.
Not a nat 1, but it's a 1.
Zanoa, on your watch, where are you doing your watch? By the
Wherever
way,
I pick you up from, so.
do you
right
guys, are you outside the tent when you're doing your watch?
Yeah, I'm doing kind of like a perimeter check because because we're in a safe spot from view. However, we are also in something. If someone comes from the top, can see right down into us. So I'm like,
Yeah. Okay. Zanoa, on your watch, as you're outside listening and watching, you start to hear a sound above you. Sounds like on the rocks above, the stone, above the opening of this little cove that you're in.
Not like wings, like rubble.
Yeah, as it gets closer, as you listen, it seems to be like multiple feet, but not like footsteps, but like as it gets closer, you realize it sounds a lot like the scorpions.
Okay. Who's after me?
And you hear it kind of like shifting around up top, and then another one. You hear like the and then the sound starts to move away. And eventually disappears. With a nat 1 on their perception check.
Okay.
we love to see it.
Okay.
And the rest of the night proceeds without issue. It's a very good spot. So, and so as the morning comes, and you start to feel the cold starting to disappear, as the heat begins rising, the morning is yours.
I get us tacked up pretty quickly so that we're not.
Travel in the cool of the day.
Yeah, we're traveling the very earliest before the sun gets too hot on the sand. I do give you the look of like.
Right. And I will walk over to Sarah. You mind if I drive the camel you want with me?
Yeah.
Okay. Great.
Wait, what?
I'm already like getting up and like hoisting myself up on the other camel.
Negative.
You're gonna drive?
To relationship checks.
I am better at handling camels than you.
Can you talk to it?
No. But you can.
You're right. And I will speak with the animal, and I will ask Camel who he wants to drive.
Neither. You're both terrible.
What's his name?
Can I at least know your name? Chop, bud.
Just have all this stuff prepared.
Where's the list of camel names?
Biscuit. I rescued Mooncalf.
Oh my god.
Well, Salem.
Well, Salem.
Salem.
Alright, well. If you accidentally spit at her or bite her, I would not be upset with you.
Awesome.
You can drive.
Lovely.
Okay.
All of that was in Camel, by the way.
Yeah. Great. I do give
His stomach is.
I do give you my hand to help you up because you are gonna sit behind me.
I know. I'll take it.
Mhm.
It's not strong enough to climb up there.
No, you're not.
Sure, animal handling.
As you're reaching down to grab him, and as you start with the effort to hoist up, you feel a sharp bite on the other leg opposite. As you see the camel's head whip back around, just slightly cocked as it eyes you like grumpily.
I think that's my fault. I don't think he likes additional weight.
Sure it is. And I just get you hooked up, and then I just hook my tail to your ankle. But it definitely is not in a loving way. It's definitely like in a, this is the safety belt. Like putting the child's safety belt on.
It's like the mom putting her hand over. Yeah.
It's just a,
Unlatches the poison thing.
yeah. I considered it. And then I rein up a little tight, just a tiny bit tight, not enough to be like mean, just enough to let him know like I am in charge here, my guy. And then I get us on the move.
Okay. So you begin your slow ride on this, the awkward swaying of the camels that you're still not used to, out into the heat of the rising desert sun. So as you travel, anything you guys want to do?
I'm just keeping an eye out for surroundings.
Yeah,
Perception check.
I'm keeping my eye
Okay.
on the horizon.
Yeah.
Relatively following what I think is this map.
23.
30.
Okay. Okay. So you keep your eyes open as you progress, occasionally seeing something like off in the distance or that sort of thing, kind of like what you've been seeing. Sometimes larger creatures, but off in the distance, like far enough away to not have to worry about. So.
Stoic.
Yes.
You know there's a conversation that needs to be had.
With you, I feel there are many.
We are the last ones left.
Yeah.
We're the only ones who have all the stories. Who know all the things. Who have all the memories.
Well, then I guess it's our job to continue. And to carry them for everyone. I mean, at least until we find Valen.
We're also the only ones who are carrying each other at this point.
I mean, I would say it's more Salem, but I understand.
Oh, his name's Salem? That is a pretty name. Maybe I hate you a little less. You bit my fucking leg.
Look, to be honest with you, I don't know what losing Bear and Easy means for this group. But at least that I understand. I still don't understand where Valen is, or why.
We will find him. I have not lost hope in that. But you are not you are avoiding the actual conversation.
Yeah, it's because I'm not ready to have it. I know we're all suffering and we're all feeling the pain, but you need to let me feel it in my way. I am here for you. But I don't even know how I feel right now about them and about losing them.
I'm not asking you to have an answer. We just can't keep hurting each other.
I know I poke jabs at you, but it's mainly to keep you at arm's length. I don't ever intend to hurt you.
But you do.
Not intentionally.
I don't intentionally hurt you either, but yet I know that I wound deep. Why do we keep each other at arm's length? We can just be friends and love each other and support each other. We don't have to stab at each other to keep distance. We're not in a duel.
I will make an effort.
And I will too. I don't want to lose you.
I'm not going anywhere.
I don't want you to be taken from me either, but I realize in that regard I don't exactly have control over that.
I mean, I'm still here. Honestly, out of everyone in the group, kind of figured it was either going to be me or you that died first.
Well, I have. Twice.
Well, I guess I win there. But all of you had stuck with me through a lot. I'm not going anywhere. I mean, you're all I got left, so you're the closest thing to a family I've ever had. starting to feel like family too.
One of them's the weird cousin, but you know, it's fine.
Still figuring. Yeah, but he's coming along.
I just feel like I had so little time with them.
Pretty much every single day since the day we met. So.
I would have liked it to have been longer. Much longer.
Yeah, I would too. But. Yeah.
Our grief will come in waves. Our anger will come in waves. I don't doubt that we won't fight with each other often. We tend to be like that. Bullheaded, strongly opinionated. But I think we can be better about doing it.
I agree.
I feel like we lost our safety net when we lost them. They always knew how to keep us in check.
Yeah.
And I know you lost brothers. But so did I. But your relationships were different. And I won't pretend to know them. But I will listen if you need an ear.
I'll let you know if I do.
No rush. I love you.
Yeah. Love you too.
Just don't tell the camel to bite me anymore.
It's his decision.
You encouraged it.
This is me making an effort, and I hop off the camel. And I don't care if I have to jog.
When you jump,
I'll keep pace.
no, when you jump off, I stop and I just go. Stop for a couple minutes for some water.
Oh, right.
Okay.
At which point I'll look back at you to basically be like, when we get back on camels, we're switching partners.
Fair enough.
You like right before you like going, and I'm like,
Okay. Okay, so you stop and switch.
Yeah. So I'm not gonna have him like jogging next to a fucking camel.
Okay. 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 So you continue on, trying to make for this very
X.
this crudely drawn map. Hopefully finding something.
Hopefully finding an X in the sand.
Yep. So I'd like whoever wants to lead this to make a survival check for kind of navigating and trying to find.
That's survival right now.
Not me.
I've got 7.
I've got 5, so can I give you help?
Yep.
I can. No, not on the same camel. I can't touch you. Never mind.
A 7 and an 8. So a 15. 15.
15. Okay. So, with a 15, you ride around for about 3 hours. You know, as the sun continues to get higher, and eventually you kind of find yourself winding through a sort of corridor, you know, kind of going deeper into the rock, and
This feels dangerously familiar.
yeah.
Start looking at the cliffs.
And well, make a perception check.
Alright.
Oh, I'll be up.
Okay. Natural 20, so
Hey.
23.
Okay.
Listen, the minute we're in any situation in which I think something can come from above, I'm like,
Uh-huh. Yep. No, we've been attacked by scorpions now, so.
Okay. So, as you are walking down this corridor with a natural 20, you don't see anything.
Good.
But then you hear something.
Not so good.
Something ahead of you in the corridor.
That slow us down a little bit.
It's just the slightest echo of what sounds like voices.
So that we can actually hear. I'm whispering, I hear voices up ahead. That we should probably maybe stop here and carry on afoot. I can help us extra stealthy.
mhm.
I think so.
Park up the camels.
Yeah, find a place to. I don't know if we can tie them off. I don't think there's probably nothing in here to tie off the camels to, is there?
Oh, it's
Just
yeah,
rock.
it's just rock face
Yeah.
basically.
I just,
Hopefully they run home. They're homing camels. It's a thing in the desert.
tie a scroll to their legs and
Right.
hope they get the message somewhere.
Yeah.
Sorry about the third.
Yeah, we just send them on their way. We're gonna have to pay for 3 of them anyway.
Yeah.
All right, so
Okay.
start walking towards the sound. I will cast Pass Without Trace on us, and we'll
Okay.
take it slow and
All
stealthily.
right, then roll stealth checks.
that's a plus 10, right?
Plus 10.
Needed that.
That number is ridiculous.
It's great when you hit double digits as a
Oh,
sneaky character.
that number is ridiculous
Yeah.
what I just rolled.
28. Rolled a 5.
40.
Okay.
Okay.
Rolled a 19. Yeah.
Okay.
20 for me.
Okay.
13.
Okay.
Ooh.
I cease to exist.
Yeah.
I'm a ghost.
It never existed in this campaign.
Crap, you're rolling with disadvantage too, aren't you? I would be, but I'm not strong enough to rely
I'm so jacked. I have a two-handed weapon, okay?
I should have. Oh man, I meant to tell you last night.
Oh,
the scythe, yeah.
Yes, with that, there
I
is
did my
a
reading.
there's a property missing from it.
Oh,
that I need.
okay.
I updated it, but like D&D Beyond takes a long time to update weapons once they've been added, so
Okay.
I'm gonna slack it to you. It's just one
Slack
more
it to you.
property. Okay, so as you guys creep your way forward, that kind of the voices sort of continue to echo through this kind of tall stone corridor. That's very windy, and so it's like you keep slowly getting closer and closer, but you're still not getting vision of them. But you get to a point where you feel like they're probably very close. You get the picture that you're probably going to come within vision very shortly, and they're not very far away. So, what do you want to do?
Is there the way that the kind of winding path is working, when you're winding, is there like kind of like a series of like rocks that you can kind of like duck and like look through the bend? Or is it like you don't see shit until you get all the way past the bend?
Yeah, not right here. These are pretty sheer faces of.
Wait, I'm sorry. Did you say we have a visual?
No, I'm saying if they kind of get to the point where they think if you guys go further, you probably will, and they're pretty close.
Can I hear what the voices are saying?
Yeah.
Roll another perception check.
Okay, I would like to try to pursue that.
Yeah.
I was like, can I give some help?
I'm looking for her. It doesn't do much for me.
Yeah, you guys are both rolling.
Well, she was going to help somebody, but it's mine's a whole 7.
14.
14 and 7.
Yeah.
Okay.
Did you roll with advantage?
I thought we said no advantage.
Oh, we're not doing help? Sorry.
Well, I mean.
Never mind.
We had 2 people rolling.
Never mind.
Yeah.
Yeah. Usually if you had 2 people rolling, it
Yeah. And it's done. So.
Yeah.
So as you take a second and listen, they're basically it sounds like 2 voices, and they're not even like talking constantly, just occasionally starting and kind of having a brief interchange and then stopping, and it's mostly griping. It's griping about, you know, there's so much sand out here. Put me back in the city. I know there's sand there everywhere too, but it's the wind and everything. It's just terrible out here. And the other guy just grunts.
I'm riding with you, so I'll just, or we're down here.
We're walking, yeah.
Very still. I can hear what they're saying. Not a whole lot of depth there, but I can't read them because I can't see them.
We're on a sheer face, so going up to get over them is not really easily. It's not easily feasible. This is not like an incline climb. This would be like a sheer rock face climb.
Yeah. Yeah, and at the moment, let's see. At the moment, you're probably about 15 feet. Like further back, it actually is higher, and it kind of stepped down at some point here. Not very far behind you at all.
So I could climb up.
It would be very difficult with just bare hands, you know.
Yeah.
But if you have other means,
I don't know.
travel.
I think we got rid of our climbing shit, didn't we?
Yeah.
Our boots of climbing and bullshit.
I think that was traded
Yeah.
for the armor.
Yeah. That's fine. Do we just want to surprise attack them?
It's as good as any.
was there anywhere that looked like a hiding spot within the last 100 feet or so of our perilous
Right
path?
where you are, it's pretty much a single windy corridor.
Yeah, that's what I figured. But like, if we went like 100 feet back, there's not like a little dip or something like that in there.
I mean, if you went further back out, like it branches out and there's other places, but probably at this point, you know, probably 300 feet back.
That'll be a little far
Yeah.
to lure them.
We could lure them the old-fashioned way. I can throw my voice.
Yeah, but where?
Just a little past us, so when they make the curve, they can't see us, we can't see them.
But that's what I'm talking about. Is in order for them to, like, for us to have an advantage, we'd have to be 300 feet back to where we could get behind them.
We just lured.
Otherwise, you might as well just go, hey, over here, even where we are, because you know what I mean. Like, there's not going to give us an advantage of it.
Regardless, there's no,
for us.
regardless, there's no advantage.
I talked to a trader the other day, and you know those cattle that like pulls the merchants' carts from the foreigners' carts? Yeah, there are people up north that drink the lactate from it. And the other's like, really? No, you lie. what he said. I can't imagine it would stay very good here. Spoil right away. And it's also disgusting.
I say we just move out, weapons drawn.
You know, we tried the peaceful way, we tried the aggressive way. It doesn't matter. It seems like it's always aggression here. So
But can you disguise yourself as one of the people from the temple?
I mean, yeah.
I'm just like, hey guys, what's up? I'm here to, like, you know, trade shifts with somebody.
Sure.
I am just spitballing ideas.
Sure. Doesn't cost me anything. I'm gonna turn myself into Tesh.
Okay.
Nobody likes him anyway.
True.
Okay.
And, well, because I spent time with him. I know his name. I know his voice.
Do I have any clothes that looked like when I got all the clothes from the basket? Were anything one of them like garb like?
Well, you said you got bolts of cloth.
I said I
So
grabbed
very
all of her
nice
stuff to add to my.
You didn't say anything about the clothes.
Yeah, I did.
You
I
said
said
you grabbed the bolts of cloth.
I said I grabbed everything to add to my disguise kit.
I swear, if you turn her bag of holding in your personal wardrobe.
I'm on my way.
So there's nothing that's going to be particularly helpful here.
Okay.
But that stuff was like, you know, like a nicer dress for.
Okay,
a nice
that's what I was asking. Like, it
occasion,
wasn't
different
like
things that. It was-
like a backup shirt that was of the colors.
could you make yourself look like you've been bruised and beaten a little bit?
Yeah.
Because I think, why would Tash be out here?
Yeah. I know. I'm looking like Tesh.
Yeah.
All beat up. And
Did you hear something?
Literally, I say before we screw around, whatever. I walk up to you and I'm gonna cast a death ward on you.
valid. Okay. At that moment,
There you go.
I'm just gonna pop out. And I'm just gonna be like, hey, no alarm. It's just me.
You see a tiefling and a human dressed in this kind of dark. Well, these guys are in gray, and they both pull swords. And I'm like, who are you?
Tesh.
Who's that?
Or Tash. Sorry. Is it Tesh or Tash?
Dash.
Tash. Just don't do that.
I love the image of you asking the guy, is it Tash or Tash? Tash, okay.
Okay. Allison sent me. Well, she didn't send for me, and I came to find her.
They kind of look at each other.
Look, I don't know what's going on, but you guys need to be on serious alert. The whole village just got attacked, just like we were last night, except this time, we didn't come out on top. I'm one of the few that made it out. And I need to warn her.
Why don't you come with us?
Gladly.
Okay. So, you follow them as they start walking, and you find yourself like looking out at a kind of a very large, sort of naturally, sort of almost like an earthquake caused but natural canyon of sorts, where there are what looks like there are pillars of like man-made. What look like columns, but have broken and some of them fallen, and whatever they were holding up is long gone. And you can see kind of built into the rock face at the other end a very ancient looking entrance of like a temple or something of that nature, kind of going underground into the rock. And outside of it, you see two more individuals, one dressed similar to them and another one in long red robes, who both turn to look at you as you guys approach.
Yeah, I wanted to say something, but I didn't want to interrupt you.
Okay.
After they were like, come with us, and I was like, I'd be glad to. I just put my hand on my butt. I mean, I'd be glad to come with you guys. And then as I enter that scene and I see 2 more guys, I would then have my hand on my butt and be like, is that it? Just 2 more of you? Where's Allison?
They don't really respond. They're just walking you toward those other 2.
I'm 100% gonna follow. If they've turned their back and like are walking in.
Here we go. I was waiting for somebody to say something because I hear nothing.
You're walking out into the clearing?
Well, didn't you just say they walked away? They like turned to go inside?
Yeah.
As we come around that.
Here, I'll show you.
Yeah. I
Okay.
believe you guys are trying to follow without being seen.
Well, because you said that they looked away, and so like we're still in your protective aura of stealth. So I was under the impression that they weren't
Just
looking.
How much for how much longer? Because I don't know how long it took us to get to those guys.
How long is your...
An hour.
Oh, yeah, you're still good.
Okay, good.
Yeah, it wouldn't take very long at all. So.
Okay.
Cool. Oh, sorry, I'm incorrectly sized here.
Thank you. I was hoping you guys were gonna be like, we're following him.
Yeah.
I'm just like, I'm just gonna keep. Yeah.
I was just waiting for the signal.
Look at you 4 guys, 2 with swords. And 2. You kind of look like a cleric. No.
Up on the screen.
Yep.
I love that so much. You particular individuals that I will provide detailed descriptions of what I am perceiving in front of me.
Out loud.
It's how I can remember faces and names.
Yeah. I already know. They know. They think this is total bullshit, and we're gonna get in a fight.
Oh, yeah.
But you know what?
Yep.
We'll ride it out.
This feels super dangerous. This feels like a problem. I'm in danger. What did you cast on me again?
Death ward.
Okay.
She's you still unconscious, right? She's
Actually, looks pretty good.
All right.
Yeah, if you go to 0, you pop
It's a little small on the screen up there, but this is the
Yeah,
illustration.
we're gonna have to see what.
Because
What is,
Oh, yeah.
ruling is
we're
on
not in combat yet. But
Yeah.
Because y'all are covered. by
It's
it.
okay. Like, I know you guys on the stream can't see below. We're trying to fix it, but it's really just extends down a bit, like about twice as much there. It's just a tall map, but we're working on it.
Tall boy.
So, for
I don't know if I let him sign. I could now.
oh, you
Done
actually can't.
that last night.
You actually can't see on there either. So, do you want to adjust this or?
Try to.
Zoom out probably. There you go. There you go. Yep. So you guys are back in this corridor back here,
Okay.
and they're up here, walking him toward these 2 people up here.
Okay.
Okay. So, they continue walking forward.
Peek around the edge there. Is there anywhere? Just kind of peek my head. Is there anywhere to kind of sneak up to that doesn't go directly behind them? Or is it just like it's just a straight open corridor?
Yeah, it is what it looks like.
So,
there's not much
as we're
right
approaching,
there.
I would like to pay closer attention to the door.
Mm-hmm.
What does that? Give me a visual of the door. I'm mainly wondering: is it like an 8-foot wide door, 10-foot wide door? Is it a narrow passage?
It's fairly sizable. It's probably It's probably a good 15 feet wide. Like it's a decent sized door. It's got very old stone double door.
And is it open at the moment? Closed?
Closed.
So it's okay. So the door's closed. Okay. Yeah, I know. We're moving forward.
What is the distance between us and Stoke right now?
80 feet.
80 feet?
90.
Jesus fucking Christ.
You guys have taken a while.
Yeah, you guys just debate. I'm just walking up.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, all right. I'm peeking around the corner and I'm looking to see getting the lay of the land. Who's up there?
Okay. So switch with the sir here.
Perception check, I'm
Yep,
guessing.
make a perception check.
All right.
Look like I'm beat up like an old man.
9. Everything looks clear. I mean,
Besides the door, do I see anything else that looks like a bell, alarm, anything like that? Okay.
Well, make a perception check.
Nope.
well, we really need those dice rolls.
Wide open space. You wanna go in?
I don't think we have a choice.
I'm gonna activate my crown.
Mm-hmm.
What do I look like?
So, as you transform, you sort of kind of shrink a little bit, and your face starts to droop and sag and darken as you find yourself a very dark-skinned, very elderly lady with this white hair that's very frizzy and unkempt, and you just feel a little frail and like probably 80.
Okay. Alright. I'm gonna just tie my cloak really tight around me, so I'm just gonna look at the two of them.
You're crying like that?
And I'm just gonna kind of like, if no one says anything, I'm just wandering in. I'm just gonna wander in.
I mean, my cover's technically not blown yet.
Just,
Until now.
Yeah, it is. Sure. Line it out. Come on.
Oh my gosh, Grandma! What are you doing here?
All right. So this black woman, this black elderly lady, walks out into the opening.
And I'm just like haggard, like, I just fall down.
I am now
Roll up
knocking an
performance.
arrow.
As they whip around, they were very on very high alert here, and looking at you suspiciously, as one of them continues to usher you here.
Yeah.
Not a clue
Sam's
who
Club.
that is.
Okay, listen.
Roll a deception check with disadvantage.
Listen, I rolled a 16 for performance.
Amazing.
Thank you.
Oh, you said with disadvantage, right?
Yeah.
Oh, that's a dumb die. Why do I keep pulling that one out? No, it's not that good. 7.
I'm so sorry. I fucked this all the way up. I'm so sorry.
Deception was
I
really
actually
good.
love what's happening.
Thank you.
Oh,
They glance at you briefly,
roll
but
deception.
ignore you.
Oh, never mind. I'm sorry. That number is a 15.
Oh, yeah, your deception.
I was looking at performance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's your roll. Not my
Yeah,
roll.
no, I rolled a 16 for my
Still,
performance.
Yeah.
they doesn't change their reaction, and these two start walking back toward you.
Perfect. I love that two people are walking towards me.
Me too.
I'm basically going to like keep my head down and watch their feet.
The one in red shifts a bit and says, says something, which I guess he says in Infernal, which you would know, and says wait, and these two stop.
Shit.
How
And he turns to you as you're kind of being held in place right here by this other guy, who now is holding you at sword point, basically, ready to.
So
Who's the one who said
behind
wait?
the rocks, I am.
The one in red.
I'm activating my crimson right on my bow. Just
Okay.
running my fingers across to get that blood and take 1 point damage.
The one in red says to you,
Oh, we had her 7.
Who are
That's
you?
right.
I already said,
Isn't
Tash,
9?
I'm from the village. I need to speak with Alicent.
what village?
I'm trying to remember. I thought we had a name.
Did we ever get a name for that place?
Nope.
I don't. Yeah.
We just were told 3 hours out.
Yeah.
Yeah, we never got a name for that
Nope.
place.
You're searching in vain.
Deadwood.
You see this man, as you get a closer look now, is a tiefling with these kind of curled back sort of ram's horn with these kind of somewhere between simple and ornate robes. They look slightly religious in nature, but they're not like any religion you've ever seen. And just something very odd about them.
Did I recognize any of these sigils?
Roll a religion check. And it's going to be hard because you're at a very far distance.
Religion is not something I am good at. I just figured because I was a tiefling, perhaps I would recognize it. No, that's a 7.
Yeah, from this distance, you're quite a ways away.
Look, I'm from the Order of Balloon. We were attacked last night. We lost half our number. We were attacked again today. And I'm about the only one that made it out. I don't care what you do with me. It's just that Alicent needs to know what is going on, and that almost our entire order has been devastated.
You do not care. Good. Search him, he says to the guy behind you, who starts patting you down and taking weapons.
Does he? I instantly cast my freaking wings out.
All right.
I'm not even fucking around anymore. No,
Roll
don't touch me.
initiative as
I don't
mean,
know you.
He is going to get an attack because he has had one readied this whole time.
I'm sure he did.
And so did the priest.
Are we all rolling initiative or just stoic?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, but
I mean,
spirit,
assuming you're engaging.
Yep. Oh yeah.
spirit shroud is out.
Natural 20. What?
Okay, Grandma.
All right.
Grandma, this isn't the Sam's Club.
Wait, we're rolling initiative?
Yeah.
Oh, shit. I can't roll dice that gets double digits.
Maybe she was so good today.
Be down for 14.
14. 6,
Okay.
14.
20 or higher?
28.
20.
I rolled a nat 20 if that means anything here. It doesn't, but I'm still gonna say it.
Okay. Hold on 1 second. Okay. What'd you get?
3. So yes, he is going before me. I guarantee it.
Yep.
They all are. Taking shots.
Alright.
Shot.
Shots.
Shots.
Everybody!
What's our distance?
Far.
What are we like?
You're like at like 90 feet.
We're like 90 feet or something ridiculous.
I just need to know what my
So,
power range is.
you are the two guys or two stoic?
To the
Oops.
cleric.
Oh, to the cleric.
Okay.
Like 30
Sorry, I literally pulled all this stuff up, and then it just was like, no. You don't get to be prepared.
Can you orient the screen always?
Okay, so first of all, the two with prepared actions here, or readied actions, I should say.
Shoot the old lady on the ground.
Disadvantage, mother truckers.
All right.
Semi-recumbent posture.
So the one is attacking you with his sword. The first one's 20 to hit.
This is me?
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, that hits.
That is 4 points of slashing. Second attack is a natural 20.
Oh my gosh.
So 10 points of slashing damage.
Reduced to 5. I love swords.
And then the priest,
Just not fancy ones.
he, with his prepared action, he says something in this. It's similar to Infernal, but you still don't know what he's saying. Like it's something else. And he just quickly just like, and he puts his hand forward, and you see very faintly. You didn't notice it during all the action here. In the middle of this clearing area, just kind of very faintly drawn on the stonework, a series of symbols that suddenly light up red, and you see just a coalescence of energy just swirl up in this sort of energy flame that flares up instantly, and as it falls away, you see a very large white devil of some sort with bony spines and claws and protrusions all over it, with these large insect-like wings and a large sort of like alien, like xenomorph alien tail
no.
with a scorpion-esque stinger on the end.
I got one of those too.
As it looks around this clearing, and you hear the priest say something else, and it turns towards you guys in the south. So, Asura, what would you like to do? On the ground as an old
I
lady.
get to.
Well, hell.
Literally.
Yeah. I'ma pop up with a bow in my hand.
Okay.
I'ma shoot that scary devil thing.
Okay.
Because I don't know what the fuck to do.
The power of Christ compels you.
Your best Pentecostal.
That is going to be a 23 to hit.
That hits.
Cool. I got my sneak attack because I get advantage on that first roll because they have not gone yet. So that's going to be a 5 plus.
I've watched enough 90s action movies to know if you just put a little tiny cross It'll hurt them more.
Seriously, carving a cross into his arrows now.
It's like something like Constantine. You know?
Yeah.
Sam and Dean show up.
Hey, Keanu says they're making a sequel.
I'm excited. Yeah.
I'm excited.
Yes, I
Very
love
underrated
this.
movie.
Yes, it is.
I love that movie.
30 damage.
30? Okay. So as you let loose the arrow and sink in, you see it like chip a piece of this kind of bony armor off of this this devil, and you see it react, but it doesn't seem to be doing as much damage as you would have hoped.
You mean my elven cedar short bow isn't doing more damage here against a devil?
Isn't that weird?
Great. I'm gonna use whatever movement I have left to fucking hide.
Okay, so just gonna let's see.
Run out there, fuck shit up, and run away.
Listen!
Yeah, you could probably.
You guys
I thought I was helping the situation because I saw you going further and further away from us, and it made me scared because you were getting out of reach and I was terrified.
So now effectively blocking the quarter there.
I thought. Oh,
It's very narrow at that point.
whatever. I thought I had more distance that I could go that way. Do I not?
You can go wherever you can go, whatever direction you want. This is as far back as you can get.
Can I? I would
'Cause
rather
you
get
used
like.
half of your movement.
Okay, then can I use? I thought I could get over here. Can I not get over here? Or like in this area to hide? Or is
You
that
can
even
get
hideable?
right there.
That's not hideable.
This is a pretty big canyon. No,
This
it
is a
is
big
not
canyon.
hideable.
Then I'm just gonna cause problems. Oh, I'm gonna tuck back and cause problems. Sorry, guys.
Okay.
I mean, I rolled a 30 for stealth, so
Okay.
40 if your thing is still on.
I think it is actually.
Then I rolled 40 for stealth. I'm like, oh shit, bye.
It's about to get dropped though.
That's fine. That's fine.
Yep.
Okay.
So come and find me now. You probably can find me very easily. Let's be very honest. I went, oh shit. Tucked.
Okay. All right. It is their turn.
Fine.
They rolled very high. So, well, first of all,
I've literally got 2 buffers on me right now.
Goth also gonna be casting that spell right there, hopefully.
Oh, did we get temp that morning when
Is
we
it
woke up?
9?
Yes.
Is it 9? Is it always 9?
No, for us it's 9. It's like what, 13 or something for you?
Yeah, I gotta look because I didn't add mine.
so he's making 2 more attacks on you, Stoic. The first one is a natural 20.
Are you shitting me?
Oh, that misses.
It's still only six slashing, so
Okay. Wait, was that already halved or is that total?
down to 3. So,
Okay.
And the second attack was a natural 1.
Hey, the universe remains in balance.
Yep. Going for those extremes.
Missed.
He hangs out with Balin.
Okay. And he has, in his excitement, overextended. So if you attack him in this round, or somebody attacks him in this round, they'll have advantage.
Which one?
The guy next to Stoic. This guy. Okay, let's see. These 2, what are they going to do here? You know what? They're going to like stop momentarily and kind of look at each other as this devil appears in front of them. And they're going to turn around and attack Stoic.
The guy that already looks halfway dead. Not from the attacks, but just when I got there.
They're very sympathetic.
Uh-huh.
Obviously.
I'm sure they are.
obviously.
Yeah, very
All right,
caring
first
guys.
guy
you
making
know.
2 attacks. That is a 22 and a 16.
The 16 is my armor class.
Okay, so they both hit.
If you meet, you beat.
So
You have the same armor class.
9 slashing.
Okay.
We don't have shields right now.
What's your AC?
16.
Oh, we have the same
Next
armor.
guy is going to miss
Buffy.
both. And then the priest. Alright, he's going to burble another set of unintelligible but evil sounding words. I need you to make a wisdom saving throw, Stoic.
No, that's not good.
God, oh god, oh no.
Oh, I'll take that. 19.
Oh.
Alright, that's a success. You feel something trying to hold you in place, but you're able to shake it off. Alright, and he is going to move back here a little bit. And then the devil. Yep. He. God, if I move.
No, it's fine. It's just
Okay.
Don't giggle. Don't chortle.
With a, he's going to use his dash action, and with this sudden buzzing, this loud buzzing of these insect-like wings, this dry he zips forward with this surprising speed, and to you guys, he seems to disappear as you hear something hear him land above you but out of sight.
Fantastic.
No, I hate that. I hate that. I hate that.
That's amazing.
All right, that's going to bring us to someone. Noah.
We can't see him.
In the back. Right.
We can't see him.
Yep, he is up above the.
Okay.
Okay. When he casts a spell to summon this thing, the runes on the ground, whatever, is anything else in this entire space? Like, does the layer look like it's doing anything else in the space?
Well, from your position back
Okay,
in the.
I'll move forward.
You can't because
I'm
of
blocking
Azura.
you.
Uh-huh.
She's blocking the passage at the moment.
I can't. Okay. Well, okay.
That's what she meant by causing problems.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm just going to go up.
Does your new scythe do anything cool?
When I know where things are,
Uh-huh.
yes.
Fair and valid.
I'm going to cast spiritual weapon.
All right.
Can I cast it in my space, like right above me?
Sure.
And then whenever something comes at me or my two friends right here, I will hold Sacred Flame on that action.
Okay.
And say, Asura, I need you to move. I'm going in.
Which is quite the imposing sight now for this cloaked woman with a full scythe
I'm
and a
ready to go
glowing,
in.
evil-looking dagger
Yep.
appearing above her. I'm gonna need you to move.
Fair and valid. Fair and valid.
Melee cleric.
Okay, so readying that. Sarek?
All right. Well, I can't see the bug demon thing. I'm gonna come around the rock there and. Did you say the one on? I guess the right side of Stoic is the one that's showing. Is he showing anything that would show that he has? I would have advantage on him, or is that the one that has advantage? Next attack.
The
has
other
advantage.
advantage.
He is overextended, like he's... Sure.
Okay. I will attack him.
Okay.
You've got some space I can run.
Well, I'm glad that had advantage because one of those was in that one, but it's 18.
Yep, that'll hit.
That's some range, don't
To
you?
say. Huh?
Got that ranger range. Got that longbow range.
10, 16 points of damage on that one. And because I forgot to say on the first one, bonus action Hunter's Mark on that guy.
Okay.
You know what? Actually, Hunter's Mark on the cleric. Or the whatever priest guy on the back. And I will have to move up to do that.
Yeah, what's your range on that?
It is 90 feet. So I think I have to move up like, what, 20, 30 feet?
You've got... What's your movement?
30.
Okay, so you got 25 from there. So... Still 100 feet.
Still out of it. Okay.
You said it was 80?
90.
Oh, 90. Okay, so you could get one of these guys. but
Yeah.
Yeah, you'd have to move up.
Let's go ahead and go with the guy that I was already attacking.
Okay.
And it was just the next attack that had advantage. My next attack is
Yeah, just the first one.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
21.
Yep.
15 points of damage.
Okay. 15. What was the damage on the first one? I'm sorry.
I think it was 16. I think it was 16. Yeah.
So 31 total.
Yep.
Okay.
And it's using the Terrace Blessing of Terrace bow.
So as he is slashing, kind of takes a step forward a little too far. There's just two arrows that quickly go into his rib cage. One going far up under, right into his heart, and you see him fall over.
Alrighty.
Okay. Stoic.
Stoic. Fuck it. Stoic, because he's got his wings out, is going to attack. A little attack going directly in front of him.
Though you haven't technically done the wings yet, so you have to.
Oh, I still gotta do that?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Yep,
Okay.
That's what the initiative was for. You're waiting for.
Let me double check it. Just to make sure.
So in other words, this would be when the wings unfurl, is in this initiative.
Yep,
count,
yep,
basically.
yep.
If you want to do it.
It is a bonus action. I do want to do it.
Okay.
I'll pop the bad boys out. And then I'll take some Eldritch Blast shots at the man in front of me. That one! On the first shot.
Okay.
My dice tonight.
They said chaos.
Yep.
They said
Not tonight.
So, as you do that, with that nat 1, you are being surrounded and attacked, and you're not concentrating properly on controlling and casting the magic, and you feel it backfire, and you manage to sort of keep it under control to not take damage, but you cannot cast a spell again until the end of your next turn.
Does Eldritch Blast count as a spell?
Mm-hmm. It's a cantrip.
Okay. Alright. End of my turn.
It's a 1 on a nat 1 table.
No, it's fine.
Okay. That brings us, I believe, back to Sir.
Me?
Yep.
Okay. I'm going to dash and use my movement to travel along this side of the canyon.
Okay.
Here.
30. You're gonna get like here?
That's perfect.
Get around that column, shouldn't be a problem.
What is my distance now to these guys and to the dude, the magic dude?
So about 75 to these guys,
Okay.
and then
Okay, it's just
sorry, I
okay.
can't. Right
Then
there.
I'm going to get my bow and I'm gonna hit dude who's in front of Stoic with my bow because he's in range.
Okay.
That is going to be a 17 to hit.
Yep, that'll hit.
Brilliant, and because
And that's sneak attack.
Yep, because he's got a friend nearby. That is going to be 10, 16, 18, 20, 25. Is that
I take what that was one of you low.
5, 26?
I know, that's rough, man.
So my dice is terrible.
Which I rolled this one.
Yeah.
31.
31 points? Alright. So as he goes in for the attack on Stoic, you just see his head snap to the side as an arrow protrudes from the side and he goes down.
That's all I can do because I use my bonus finger bisector with finger cut. But like that's all I got because I used my dash.
Okay.
I'm gonna turn around and shoot the cleric, but
Do it.
Okay. Alright.
I would have shot the cleric, but I was out of range.
That brings us to them. And so as you see these guys continue to attack, Zenoa, as you are looking upward, trying to be ready for anything, but like this sort of fearful moment of this devil looming above you out of sight, you suddenly see a bony claw grip the side and with frightening speed loom down over you, and you feel like you are facing a full devil for the first time is quite an experience. Even as you're unleashing magic, it is, you now understand what it means to stare into hell itself, as this thing is full of hatred and evil and cruelty, with these burning red eyes and bony teeth as it comes down on you. And that's where we're gonna end tonight.
Oh!
So ready to wreck this thing.
You're like, eyes are locked.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Okay. I literally, the grandma thing still has me reeling. There's like this old home video that my family always references. No one's ever heard of it, but there's this old home video where it's literally a family at the Great Wall of China. Like they're
Uh-huh.
on the Great Wall, and they're video recording the grandma of the family on the edge. Like looks like it's like they're taking a picture, but it's a video, and they just go. They're all happy, and they're like, she's smiling. Grandma, where are we? She's like, Mexico. And they're like, no, China. Just grandma walking into a devil's lair.
I'm happy to be that grandma for you in this situation. It is my honor and privilege to be this grandma for you.
All right. Well, thank you guys for joining us. Getting interesting as they have apparently found the entrance to the warehouse.
Temple.
You know, or at least the first part of this very crudely drawn map and clues to get there, hopefully, through a very dangerous part of this country. So, thank you very much, guys, and we will be back next week to continue on.
Yep.
Bye.
Good night.